like a good 4 months. Like I wasn't playing football. That was the deepest depression, deepest time. I didn't know what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Because as a kid like that, you in your dream stage. It was like I get to start my dream. Like I really get to like go get offers, just like that.
And that's when it started making sense.
So then I prayed and battled it to my parents, and I was like, man, I mean, if this isn't for me, God will tell me, but I at least want to let me try.
Yeah.
That's just cause I'm plugged. That's just cause I'm plugged. Yeah. Plugged in. I know how to do it. We got a skrilla with that boy. Hey, I've been in this way before a rap song. Kicking it, don't ever get the facts wrong. Mic check, level right, pack strong. Talking like I got a couple stacks on me. That's just cause I'm plugged. I'm plugged. I'm plugged. That's just cause I'm plugged. I'm plugged. I'm plugged. Baby, that's just cause I'm plugged. I'm plugged. I'm plugged. I'm plugged in. Just keep winning, tell them tap in when the buzz in.
All right, so we back with another episode of Plugged In. Today joining us will be a current TCU tight end, North Crowley alumni. If everybody could give us a welcome for Kamari and Pimpin. One of the first things I want to say, man, I think we talked about this last week. Coming from, just speaking towards high school, coming from Brewer to North Crowley. Was there much of a difference?
I would definitely say there was a difference. I think more or less for me, it was just coming back home, I think. Because like going to Brewer, that was like a 30-minute drive away from the crib. So, I mean, it was more or less just like coming back home. And
Oh, so you was over here before that?
yeah, I lived over here the whole time. I just went to Brewer because my dad worked there.
Oh,
so like it was one of those things. And then like, it was another big thing for me that I wanted to like kind of make my own name because everybody knew me as Mrs. Pimpton's son.
Yeah.
So it was like I got tired of getting called that. So then when I came to North Crowley, everybody knew me as KP. And then football came out and it just kind of just upped my status from there. So.
Well.
So what went into the decision? Like you say, like, was this just something y'all talked about, or was it just like, hey, Dad, I want to go to North Crowley now?
No, so first it was everybody was from my sophomore year to then everybody was trying to get me to come back to North Crowley. Because at the moment, like, I moved all my friends over there with me. So we all went over there together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we all kind of kept dispersing as years went on. So then I was pretty much the last one. So it was more or less like, let's just finish it out, finish our last years together at North Crowley. So then, you know, I mean, Coach Turntime, you know, he been my uncle and everything, my coach for years now. So he was like on the train. And then it was more or less like I had to convince my dad, because my dad, I've been with my dad for, I mean, pretty much my whole school career.
Yeah.
So like to really convince him to finally let me like go do my own thing, that was big for me. And then once Coach Gates kind of welcomed me in, he was like, I mean, we want you here, we need you here, we're trying to do something big. And then I guess that's how it started off, really.
Yeah. So what about outside of football? Like, what is it? You got any other hobbies that you do outside of football or anything?
Honestly, it's football 25-8. I don't really even.
Well,
But
at this
mainly,
point in life, right?
Yeah, this one, I mean, even then, though, like, my senior year, it was like I was really trying to, like I already had committed. I had committed to Vanderbilt, like, right before I left, like, right on my birthday that summer before I had really made the decision to start moving on and stuff like that. And I was like, at that point, it was more or less just, like, just stick with the decision and whatever happens, happens. And then, happily, I went crazy. So it was just like, I mean, LSU, Auburn, Washington, Bama, Texas, just so at that point I'm going on visits, getting on a plane literally directly after the game.
Yeah.
Like Utah game, I literally was just, I mean, when we play, I forgot we played a playoff game against Timber Creek. Literally, I think we blew them out. So I left with 2 minutes left in the game, and I'm getting on a flight to get ready to go to Utah. So like made my decision was real quick, and then I ended up going to LSU. So I mean, it was just kind of skyrocketed from there.
Yeah, it definitely changed. So like I said, we'll get into that a little bit later. But what is your intro music to a game? What you listening to before
Music.
Games? Big games.
So okay.
small
So
games,
honestly, the music don't even have no lyrics. It's all beats and instrumentals. I'm a real
Sound like a
big
rapper.
beat guy. Like I just like if the beat is good to a song, the lyrics could be trash.
Yeah.
But I literally would sit there and bob my head to that song the whole time. I think it's kind of just hyped me up because it's more or less just like the adrenaline pumping with the beat and everything like that. So
So
like
is that more trap style? Is it more R&B?
yeah, definitely. Like I'm a huge young boy guy.
Yeah.
So like I like his instrumentals, his beats and stuff like
All
that.
crash out beats.
And yeah, pretty much.
Se-
And then
September 2nd, he'll be here.
Baton Rouge music is
Oh, you like that bounce music?
Yeah, like real bounce. Like
Yeah.
like I got probably like a whole 120 song playlist just of straight beats for games and stuff like that, and then sitting on the bus with my shades and stuff on, ready to go. That's how I get ready. Other than that, if we like walking down like past everybody, I'm listening to either Ella May,
I thought you better say Janae Aiko.
Adele. I do listen to Janae Aiko too.
Oh, you like the calming type stuff? Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, that's what's up.
So like real common music, cause I'll be on a bus. I be about to bust a gasket on the bus. So like it's now I just be wanting to chill out.
Yeah.
Be walking down, and then like when I'm outside, we warming up. I listen to that stuff because I be want to chill myself because I ain't really like a hype guy. So I don't need somebody up in my face sitting there screaming, "Yeah, you ready? This and that." Like, bro, I don't need all that.
You already-
You
already there.
I was
Yeah.
ready on Monday.
Yeah.
Like, before we even preparation. So like that's why I listen to slow music and cool music like that. So then I can just kind of just
More of a
bow
focus.
my
thing.
I ain't
head.
never been that guy either
focus.
though.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
I feel that's an unpopular opinion. But I just feel like it's pointless to be listening to that music before the game, bro. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand. Music really don't be hyping me up. Remember, let's just be like on some just like I just want to listen to something. I don't want to be
I
just
just
hearing
feel like
wind blow
what-
past my ear.
I feel like whatever hype me up.
Yeah.
Like I say when I work out, what start getting me going. I be listening to some R&B.
See, like stuff like that is cool. Like I would do that. Like that's the type of person I am. I just don't think you need like, but that's just my opinion. Some people just really need that though.
Shit, some days I done been at work and I be dead tired. I'm listening to some music to try to turn me up and it don't do it. I start listening to some R&B. I can go the whole shift.
Yeah,
Just
I
like
can,
that.
I can listen to some parts.
But it definitely varies between like I definitely think it varies between position as well.
Yeah.
Like if you just constantly hitting like a linebacker or a D lineman or something, you listening to some lit.
If you gotta be a crash out.
But if you like, let's say like a punter or something,
Yeah.
you chilling. Like,
Well, punters ain't gotta turn up.
You know what I'm saying? You
They
don't
get 6 or
need
7
that.
plays a game.
Exactly.
If that.
That's what I'm saying.
If that.
So like you don't really need to be going like that. So I feel like I'm in the median because I hit and we block a lot of stuff like that, but I still like it's still like a little bit of vary from it. So I mean I think I get a little bit of both worlds.
Yeah. You hear that? So if you ever want to be a punter, bro, you ain't gotta listen to none of that crash out. Bro. Just go out there. You gotta have your helmet at the
Not for
They
real.
must like give you somebody else.
Water boy.
But yeah, man, let's get into some gameplay. What's your game of choice? I see you got NCAA pull.
This is it right here.
That's it. That's what we're doing with it. Now, what I will say is I'm 3-1 currently. KB kind of came in and took my reign. I think I had I had SMU. He had Colorado.
So y'all be picking or y'all random? I've random all the time.
For the most part, I usually pick the people. Whoever is on the show, I pick their team. So for you, I would pick TCU.
Okay.
With Jemison, I beat him with North Texas. With Galen, I beat him with Washington State.
Okay.
It's been working for me. KB didn't have a school, so I had to pick SMU just because he chose me to.
And he got Colorado. Yeah, he played.
And he got caught. He did play me.
Played. He played.
But then my running back was hurt.
Oh, Smith.
Yeah, he
Rashad
got hurt in
Smith.
the first quarter. I didn't even know he was hurt. So again, what you want to do? You want to go random, or you want me to?
No,
do this thing, how we do this thing.
So that's what I'm saying. So if you pick a TCU, so like, are we picking somebody in the same conference? Like, what is it? Like, it has to.
I mean, at that point, it don't matter.
You do like matchup, like just well, I mean, well,
Because I'm saying I'm not gonna sit there. You pick TCU, then I go get Alabama. Like that's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying.
but that's what I'm saying. Well, usually
That's
what we
what
do,
I'm saying.
we try to match on the same like
that's-
caliber.
I just think
I
that's
just feel like I'm
weird.
better than you.
Like
so.
Florida.
I mean,
ooh.
I'm glad you're confident. Like, you're supposed to have confidence.
Lord.
Because who did when I picked Washington State, who the game
Bro,
have?
no, the worst one was when you had UNT and Jimerson had Oregon and you beat him.
He beat him with North Texas against Oregon.
He had Oregon.
That's embarrassing.
That was the crazy part is that he picked Oregon though.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's just dumb. Like, if you going out like that, I'm trying to find some that's like at least on that nuclear level, so we ain't gotta sit there and it'd be like.
I mean, hey, Mo
What you
decent
mean
now.
so crazy?
He decent.
I don't like how you saying that.
What you mean?
You
Because
saying
if I'm
this-
sitting there,
Go and get SMU.
if I
You
go in
go
and
and get y'all rival.
If I get Oregon,
Mhm.
I feel like that's disrespectful.
Go and let everybody see you play with y'all
disrespectful
rival.
to TCU or disrespectful to Oregon?
Disrespectful to you. Don't try to change the subject.
Hey man,
Get Tech, yeah. Oh,
I'll
Kansas,
get-
nice.
Kansas is nice. I played with Kansas before.
They got that
you
quarterback.
can't be
Right?
saying Kansas nice.
Oh,
then
let's get
y'all-
it.
Then
That's
y'all,
why I
in y'all
want to
conference, you can't just be saying stuff out like that on camera.
What you mean?
It's a video game.
Hey,
CF, that's who you going with?
yeah.
Cool,
Nice
cool,
quarterback.
cool.
I think
trying to think.
KJ Jefferson, yeah, the big boy.
TCU still got that quarterback there, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was his name? Foster? No, was it Foster? What was his name?
Melito.
No.
Oh, he talking about the one from Haas. He talking
Oh, you talking
about
about Haas? Haas at Oklahoma State now.
Well, I'm saying
Oh, he
on the
left?
game, he gone.
Big Hoover
He
is our
added him.
quarterback right now.
Who?
Yeah, Hoover, Josh Hoover.
Oh, Hoover. That's what I'm thinking of. Hoover. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Hey, so I seen y'all had a receiver get picked, man. Savion, right?
Yes, we got Savion and we had Jack Best. So Jack Best went to the Raiders. Savion went to the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
So that
They
was
saying
good.
they finna use him like Debo.
Yeah, Savion nice. Savion, that's really what helped his draft stock a lot was him playing running back.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the time, like, he wasn't producing enough at running back, so they just threw him back there as an athlete, and he went crazy. So it kind of
Sometimes all it
helped his
takes.
draft stock.
Get your best athletes the ball.
And you know, Jack Best he was doing Jack Best thing, so he was really good.
So back on the conversation of
Them jerseys fire.
damn, well,
Jerseys
them
fire. I ain't
jerseys
gonna
was
lie.
nice. Back on the conversation, what you were saying, North Crowley, when you came to North Crowley, and that's one of the things that I remember was like the topic, like, hey man, we getting this 6'4", 6'5" receiver in, and he got offered to Vanderbilt, but was that because that was your junior year you came over, right?
Well, it was my senior
Senior
year.
year.
So I was coming in just junior year summer, and I was moving. I came in.
What I'm saying was the move much of a difference when you went from North Crowley to Brewer to North Crowley?
Culture shock.
Culture shock.
Culture shock. I don't want to put it lightly. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I was with the minority.
Upper crust.
Yeah. Let's go with that. But yeah, so I was, you gotta kind of code switch a little bit, cause I grew up with all the kids that's at North Crowley, so it was like that, and then you gotta kind of code switch and make sure you understand. But like, I think it was good for me to have that best of both worlds type of thing.
Yeah.
Because now I know how to work out with both.
Mm-hmm.
So I know how to like play the game where I need to be, and then make sure I understand what's going on around me.
Well, when you say that, was it different as far as the coaches? Because you being
Yeah,
over there,
because
you
my
was-
whole staff.
it was only you.
Yeah. So so that was a big difference for sure. No, dude, no, it was definitely different though. It was definitely because like I said, it was like my first time meeting Coach Gates was my first time being coached by him.
Yeah.
So like it was really like from there on, like I literally was in a whole kind
I
of.
should have stayed with him.
Oh my! Why did they just drag me into that animation? Come on, now.
And that's kind of one of the things that I always say, like, kids can get away with certain things at certain places.
Yes, for sure.
So did you feel like, was that big much of a difference for you? Like, was you getting away with things over there?
I got away with stuff my whole high school career. My dad was the what's it called? Devin ain't getting there. I know him personally.
Hey man, you can't be college news out, man. Like,
Hey, man.
It's all good. It's all love for sure. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, you know how fast he is. It is.
but
what
you
it
saying
is.
you've
Ooh,
always
come on.
been coached by your dad?
Yeah, so like when I was going into high school, like I said, my dad was always the guy at my school.
Yeah.
So like everybody knew him. Mr. Pimpton had the pool. So like every time I got in trouble, it was like, oh, please let me get that off. Every time I got in trouble, it was like, oh, what you gonna tell your dad? I'm like, all right, well, I'm out of ISS, I'm out of this, I'm out of that. Like, it ain't like I was just a troublemaker. I just literally just, I was a kid that didn't go to class. Like, I was so smart. All right, I'm done with my work. What am I here for?
Yeah.
So I'm finna
get into the next
go
thing.
to another class, go ahead and play around, try to find me a little
Who first?
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
they didn't give it to
That was a
him.
great pass, though.
Oh.
Just not enough.
That's foul.
Just not enough.
So your dad coached at Brewer?
So no, my dad is a behavior specialist over the whole district.
Oh, okay.
So pretty much he make all the kids go to school. If you're not going to school, you got to go to court with my pops. So that's why a lot of kids knew me, because he would have me, like, I would also talk to like the younger kids. He would take the younger kids and be like, hey, this is my son, stuff like this. Oh my goodness, we ain't finna let Cam kill us like this.
How often do y'all do that? Because I know I had asked you about the camp, and of course Ansel came out there with us this past weekend, and one of the things that he said is that y'all have like a certain amount of hours that y'all have to give.
Yeah, for the NIL stuff, you gotta go to certain things, so you gotta like find. You do get to pick and choose. It's kind of your choice, but it's more or less just finding a way to make sure you get that time in with
the community.
Community and stuff like that. So then, one, they know your name, and two, it helps you with sponsors and stuff like that. So like I said, we had like a golf thing. We went to like the big old golf place, and we just was out there just kind of helping people, just showing them around, things like that. And just like while they was putting and stuff like that, we were just talking to them and everything like that. So like you meet a lot of people, like CEOs.
Especially if you out there golfing.
Yeah. So
doing anything with golfing.
It's a money sport.
I don't even I just picked up a club just to be around. He was like, oh, you golf? I was like, nah, no sir. But
I threw it too late.
That's definitely me.
Throw the crosser.
I threw it too late. It was there earlier.
Nah, he didn't throw the crosser. Throw to me.
I got Hoover in too though.
Don't do that.
Hey man.
Don't do that. All right.
This year's stats of Hoover ain't last year's stats.
Hoover, I'm just letting you know. I'm pointing at the camera. I stood by you.
I'm with it.
he get to selling.
I'm with it.
I'm just letting you know.
All I'm saying is this year Hoover ain't. This ain't college football 26.
Don't do that.
If this was college football 26, I'm with it.
Don't switch up the narrative, bro. Don't try to switch it up now. Stay on that side. Sorry.
I'm a TCU fan, man.
So like when did you start playing football?
Shit.
Maybe I would say 5. I was 5 years old.
So y'all
the funny thing
from the
is,
area too, right?
I played for the Golden Eagles when I was little. Yeah, Hallmark. Yeah.
You played for Hallmark?
Yeah.
Hey, was called the Golden Eagles?
Yep.
Who'd you play for?
What's his name? Ex-dad.
Chris?
Yeah. I think I still got the photo, but I played center when I first started playing football.
That's
what a lot of people don't know.
That's another conversation we bring up.
That's another.
Yeah, that's the type of stuff people want to hear.
Like, a lot of people don't know that I played center. Like everybody, I was supposed to be a lineman for real.
You said when you just started?
Like literally when I just started, I was playing center from like my first 2 years of flag.
That's tiny ass.
So, so like at that time, like I didn't really know what I was gonna do, honestly, because I was more or less confused. Like,
Yeah, that's a great animation.
Gotta cut it up.
Like there's no way they. It's all right.
That boy stepped smooth out of bounds.
Was you big inside, like tall? Or
yeah, like I was the biggest on the field, so it was like more or less we gonna put him right here on some type of stuff like that.
Because I don't think Hallmark was in the league where they had to weigh a certain amount. Well, nah, yeah, they were. They were in Texas.
They were.
Yeah, but I didn't weigh a lot to where it was like I had to play center.
Yeah.
I think it was just
You
more or
big,
less
like tall and stuff.
So, but yeah, I played center in my first 2 years, and then after that, like I think I did some. I think we was doing like some little 7-on-7 camp or something like that, and then I finally like was able to like move around and get the rock. And that's when Coach John seen me.
Yeah.
And then that's when he put me at running back, and then from there on, it kind of just went from there.
That was probably CCE when CCE first started.
So then we got the Crowley Blackhawks, and then from there we was just that's how we went.
Dang, from Hallmark to Crowley.
Yep, right to it.
When I'm talking about the Crowley Blackhawks, that's a steep step.
Was it an up or down step?
It's a down step, for sure.
I don't want to say it was a down step.
No, I mean, usually that's the political thing to say.
No, ain't no politics. Oh, come on.
So you feel like the Crowley Black House was better than Highmark?
See, here you go.
I'm
not.
You
like,
20 now?
I'm not finna get into that.
If you
but
20, that
You can be truthful.
about that time.
I'm-
It ain't no competition.
I'm feeling like we would have worked. Whoever stepped in front of us. Let me just say that.
You talking
We
about
was going
you at center, or you talking about you at receiver?
me at running back receiver. Nah,
Say you
center,
at
center, I can't do nothing.
U.S. Center.
Yeah.
Like, see how you try to play me?
Hey man, that's what you said.
No. I said I played center. I said after that
Well,
I
I'm
was
saying,
done.
which team y'all gonna work? Y'all gonna work your old team, or y'all gonna work just Crowley? Period. I mean,
Just
just
we
Highmark,
worked.
period.
We worked Crowley period when from jump. I think I lost 3 games in my whole.
Well, so we
PV
saying the
career.
same thing. I'm saying Highmark was better than Crowley
In what aspect? This is what I'm asking.
in the football aspect.
I mean, it depends on what you.
The question: did you win with Crowley?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's.
See, no,
He's talking about
tryna-
competition.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
it's the teams. It's the teams in the league.
What'd you say?
I'm trying to throw
Competition
subliminals,
matters.
and I'm not going for it. That's why he's trying to keep
I know
asking
what
questions.
teams in the league. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. He's trying to add. He's trying to throw subliminals, and I'm not going
Crowley
for it.
Black House just that they're not in the. They're
We
not
gotta
in
just go
the.
act like he didn't just run on 3rd and 11.
I did. It's crazy. I thought I was doing a play action. But Crowley Black House in the league. It's like Burleson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cleburne,
Cleveland. Yeah, it's
Kennedale,
like it's
stuff like
not.
that.
They're dominating. Let me not say that they dominating, but
Competition
I ain't
matters.
gonna lie, we was gonna get some dogs though.
Competition
What the
matters.
heck? You might have been right about this guy.
Got to put Hoover back in.
You might have been that. Did you see that pass?
Look back at the camera and say, I told him who.
Hey man, I think I was looking at the speed aspect.
You put him back in,
Yeah, he coming. He got to come on back.
Pause, what?
This,
bro.
I know I messed it up. What are you doing?
Yep, no. Let's get sent to who?
We got enough cameras in here.
Yeah, that's what. I gotta add one more, just so you can't say you was capping. You know, you can edit that out. I know.
Nah, yeah.
I
I wasn't expecting that pass though. That was crazy.
But yeah, no, I don't think I ever forget my PV days. Those was fun, man.
Yeah, they definitely are.
Ooh, come on.
Those are friends. Like, are you still friends with a lot of them people?
Yeah, we like all those guys. We all grew up together. Like, and that's why I said it was another thing. Like, we all played together, and then we all lived like a block away from each other.
Yeah.
So like, we went to practice together. We did everything together.
And you said Chris was
Ooh!
his first quarter, man.
He's saying his first quarter.
First day here, gotta give him a break.
He better learn
Hey.
who R.J. Harvey is. I'm
Hey,
trying to tell
boy, look like me playing you, boy.
you. All right, see, that's where we got to cut the chase.
Oh, don't worry. Hey, look. No, when it's over with, we can play.
So with you say you was with Chris. So because X wasn't the quarterback, was he?
No, X was the quarterback.
So he was playing up.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Well, we was all the same age.
Oh, I'm thinking of Chris, little CJ.
No, not CJ.
Yeah, I'm thinking
not
of
CJ. I'm talking about.
So X actually played receiver in high school.
Yeah, I played receiver in high school. Yeah,
Yeah.
we graduated the same class.
That's what I'm thinking of Chris. I'm thinking of CJ.
Oh, come on, you need a fumble.
You stay in tune pretty much at North Crowley now, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So you can tell us who's gonna be the quarterback this year.
I don't want to say. I'll let y'all figure out that yourselves.
I mean, I think I got a pretty good idea. I
You
just,
probably do.
thought you may want to speak to it.
Nah,
You don't want to speak to
you know,
it?
I mean, Chris, my dog. So that's the only quarterback I love. That's my
Okay.
dude. If he wouldn't, I wouldn't be where I am without him. Now, I wish I would have had senior year Chris. I'm gonna say that on camera though. Sophomore Chris was something.
Nah, senior year Chris was a different monster.
Different, man. But like he said, he understood what he was doing more.
Boy, I can, you gonna get some balls this year because
Pause.
man,
Yeah, that was.
you gonna get some passes.
Like I be
this
trying to let it go so we can just
I don't
get
let
to
nothing go.
But you really gonna call it every time.
Hey, you know.
You don't let nothing go. It's crazy.
That was good. He had to get.
Yeah, he had to
you
get
on
back
that
for that one.
Oh,
Cool.
come on! I should have been there.
I was saying you gonna get some passes this year because this run blocking is not there.
Hey, chill on the line, bro. We getting better.
But not yet. Chris Jemison had a monumental year.
Historic,
But
man.
he just.
I mean,
different. It was
his.
just
I mean,
different.
his all his years of starting was really good. I mean, 4,000, 5,000, and dang near 6,000 on his last one.
But that's what you want. That's the growth you want to see. Every year you want to be.
I mean,
get
like going
better.
up 1,000 yards a year is unheard of. I don't even know a lot of people. Oh my goodness, the blocking was not that good.
Not every other time. The one thing the year that your senior year, I feel like y'all should have at least made it to the state championship.
We would have won
That was
again.
the Prosper year, right?
The
Prosper year.
The Prosper year, and that game was terrible.
We would have played Duncanville, and I ain't gonna lie, Duncanville did. They had a squad that year.
No
Duncanville lost that
Blaze.
year.
No
Duncanville
Blaze.
had a squad that year.
That was their squad though.
I thought they lost that year.
They
lost
did
to
at
South Lake.
state. No, they
No, they won that year. That was Caden. That was Caden in them year. That was Caden.
Your senior year? That was Caden them junior year.
Yeah, that was their first year. Really.
Yes,
getting in
they
there.
won that
So,
year.
Yeah, they won that year.
That was they was
So
all
what year was it
sophomores.
that South Lake and North Lake played? I mean, West Lake.
They lost to South Lake the year before, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that
so
was
that would have been
before.
your junior year.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my junior year. Yeah.
Because that was when Blackshear was there.
Blackshear. Yeah. Who was it? Who played Quinn?
That was they lost
I
to
think
Quinn.
that was Quinn in them
They
year, yeah.
lost to Quinn them. Because Quinn them
Quinn
played.
22, right? Or
Yeah,
21?
because Quinn them played Westlake. South Lake played Westlake.
yeah.
That was
at
the big
state.
game. That was Cade Klubnik and all of that.
Yeah. That's when Ty Dodge played his son. I mean, that's when he played his son.
Yeah, he played his
And
son.
the crazy part about the Prosper game is that early, they were going to you like jump out here, jump out there.
Bro.
Then late in the game, they just wasn't doing it.
It was Christopher Jimerson. We said in the huddle, we said I got the ball like 3 times in a row, like on a hitch route because they was backed up 20 yards.
Yeah.
And then we took a timeout. We said we giving him the ball the whole drive. Chris Jimerson ended up.
Oh, so that was the game plan.
Yeah, that was it. It was
Because we in the
wasn't else to
stands,
do.
and we like, man, why he keep taking off? Like,
Yeah, it wasn't nothing else to do. That was the whole game plan from jump. Oh,
yeah, it's a crazy game plan.
but nah,
Because he
it
was young, and I only feel like because he was young.
Yeah, Chris was young.
If he's a senior, if he was this year, Chris,
Yeah,
We would have
say
went
it was a good game
5-5-5 state.
plan. Yeah.
It would have been just like that. But due to I mean, oh my goodness.
That was nice. That was great blocking.
Due to just I mean, I don't want to say Chris was inexperienced, but at the same time, he didn't really get no burn in the games before, so
He was young. That's why I say.
he just threw a 2-point conversion.
Got to. I'm down. But yeah, that's why I would say he was just young that year. So I feel like that's a lot to put on his plate at that point.
Yeah.
Yep. And that was probably like his first like big game like that, too.
But I feel like in that moment, with you being a senior, with you being, the top kid on that team, put it in your hands. And that's what everybody in the stands was saying.
I mean, I definitely. I mean, of course, I felt like that. I think I still had like 152 touchdowns that game. But I mean, in the rain, by the way, if nobody knows.
Definitely in the rain.
Ooh, look at the pocket presence.
Man, this is crazy.
Oh my goodness. We need to put that
57
on.
still play for TCU?
You said who?
57 still play for TCU?
I don't think so.
You can't be running past dudes on your team like that, man. You gotta let them tackle you.
Nah, see, that's not. We ain't on that type of time.
So
I don't know them right now.
Past high school, tell us a little bit more about the transition from.
Blur. Oh my God, it's a dime. Why is he so? Oh my, who is this?
That's the same person that getting
Oh
yeah,
my-
he
the
big
entire time.
yeah.
Oh my God.
He wide open without the ball. But
I
with
ain't
the
even
ball
finna,
in his hand,
I'm not even finna bash, bro. But come on,
Nah, with the ball in his hand, my boy
look
slow.
at that's a rocket, and he just gonna sell us like that. I can't.
And it's the same route.
So-
That's the crazy part.
So coming out of high school, like what were you ranked? Like what was like you
Good
they had you what, 3-star, 4-star, what?
4-star. I was 4-star. I was a number 5 tight end in the nation. I think I was number 80 something nationally, and in Texas I was like 30 something. So I mean, I was ranked. I was highly touted. Now, of course, everybody got the whole thing. You better than this person, this person, this person. I'll tell anybody to this day. My first 3 years, I was trash. I just felt like I wasn't in tune with myself enough to be like, bro, you can really go get something with this.
Yeah.
But then when I started
Yeah, no,
really
yeah.
seeing like I could really dominate on a high level, I said, yeah, let me go get that.
I'm glad you brought that up. Kind of speak to that because that's kind of something me and Alex like talk to these kids about. Like, hey man, like, bro, if you lock in, you can do something with
in.
Yeah,
this.
no, I think,
Like,
but I think for me, I didn't realize it till I myself realized it.
yeah,
Y'all telling them is because y'all have experienced it.
yeah.
So you can go tell them and be like, oh yeah, this and that. They're gonna be like, man, you done. Like you can't.
You don't know nothing about what I got going on.
Exactly. But me, I got to see it for myself. I'm like, bro, this dude not better than me. He not better than me. I'm going to camps and I'm killing.
Okay, so that's what I was like,
I'm
when did you figure out like, hey, like I got
when I
this?
figured it out was when I walked to I was at SMU and went to a camp at SMU, and they put me up with like one of the top DBs out there because I was killing, and I fried them, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I said, I can really like make something out of this. I'm playing around and thinking I'm not there yet, but I really am.
Yeah.
Then I went to a camp at SFA. We did the best of the best. I had like a one-handed like angle route on like the little baseball field, because you know we weren't on the football field. We did the little like drills and stuff on the football field, the medicine ball throw. Come on. Oh.
And I think that's one of the things that people take for granted, because like what you just said, I went to a camp at SFA.
Yeah, no, I had to though. Like I was at a point where it was like, nah, bro, you gotta like try to get every opportunity to be seen.
Every opportunity.
So that's another thing me and Amo kind of talk about with every person that come on here is like nowadays kids feel like if it ain't D1, it's bust. Like nah, like it ain't like that no more, bro.
It's not at all.
Like it ain't. You know.
I mean, we got guys. You heard? I mean, there was D3 guys that was getting drafted. So you can't really sit there and tell yourself like, no, I gotta go D1. Yes, you have a bigger opportunity. Yes, that nobody's taking that away, but it's not like there isn't an opportunity at all. And I feel that's something that's important that I had to learn. And once I learned that, it opened up more opportunities for myself, because it was like, oh, I can really go do this. Oh,
that's and then you stopped.
I'm
not really a dot though.
That was though.
It was not no.
But
man.
Really a dot.
but
okay.
but like
I waited for you.
y'all have an opportunity that we didn't. Y'all have the transfer portal now.
For sure.
So like that's why I tell kids like, hey bro, like you holding out waiting on LSU and for what? When Texas State calling you every day, won't you? Just go to Texas State.
Not understanding that 4 years of eligibility is 4 years of
Yeah,
eligibility.
like bro, go to Texas State, ball out and portal up or whatever you want to do. Like,
and in some cases, you may not even need to go to the portal.
You might not,
just get it from there.
Because as Deion say, if you ball, you get the call.
You do.
Like if you play, they gonna find you.
They gonna find you. That's
Man,
the thing.
I went to D2 and it was NFL scouts coming to D2, so they gonna find you.
They're definitely gonna find you. It's always one dude that is gonna be appreciative of what type of player you are. Somebody gonna appreciate you for what you can do.
No doubt.
Everybody needs somebody. So, I think I was just the lucky guy to have our archetype build to go out, and it just had to go out there and finally just prove it. And I mean, a lot of guys.
Do you feel like that was one of the reasons you didn't lock in at first, because you were so much bigger than everybody?
Yeah, I think I just was like, man, it'll come easy to me. It'll come soon. But like, I really had to really tell myself like, nah, all right, bro, you got to start working, because at this point, like, you letting people that's way better than you pass you by. I mean,
They don't have the better skill. They just
I still was the guy that played. Like I played 5 games on freshman, and I started playing varsity. Had the most receptions on varsity in those 5 games of the season. I mean, so like I was doing what I needed to do.
God.
He finna get subbed, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
He got 200 yards.
He too open, bro. Like there's no way.
So like who's your favorite player? Like who do you like?
Calvin Johnson. I'm a huge Calvin Johnson fan.
Okay.
I try to really model my game after him. Like I want to be fast, strong, so to where nobody can like necessarily, I mean, say it like that, but nobody can fuck with me. That's literally what it is. Like,
so is your goal? I know you playing tight end right now. Is your goal to become a receiver? Like you hoping to move to that spot?
Well, man, I would definitely say I did not want to play tight end, just because I just felt like,
it's
I gotta get fat. I gotta do this.
It's a harder position for sure.
Well, with with this day and age, tight ends now aren't like the tight ends are old. You know.
I was praying you didn't see that.
Wow.
Yeah. I was wondering.
I was about to throw it, but then I'm like, that's crazy.
You gotta kick it first.
Yeah,
but like this day and age with tight ends, they're not those fat guys. They're very athletic.
Yeah, and at first, my first glimpse was like I wasn't paying attention to that. I was thinking differently, but now,
you thinking of a fat dude blocking.
Yeah. Like now I'm playing, I'm like, bro, we like just bigger and still athletic receivers. So that's what I want to be.
Because they use you too as like more of an H.
Yeah, H.
See, and you have that body frame,
which is still like pretty much like just an inside receiver.
You're an inside receiver that blocks a little bit.
Yeah. Like that's really what it is.
Like H is perfect.
And it's a lot. I feel like it's a lot funner. You get to be in the trenches a little bit. You get the best of both worlds.
Mm-hmm.
But like you say, you got to kind of put it on either weight or some muscle or something.
Yep. So I'll definitely.
So with that weight question, how much you weigh when you came out of high school?
when I came out of high school, I was probably
A little nigga.
fluctuating from like 215, 220. Like
That
I
ain't
wasn't
little. That ain't
But I
little.
mean,
come to high school.
for my like,
No, I'm talking about Amo. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
not
little
at high school.
but
niggas.
it was spread out between me, so I still looked skinny.
Yeah,
So,
because you had tall. So
yeah.
what you weigh now?
Right now I'm at 255. Like I ain't
Sheesh.
ever been like it really like just kept moving up by year. So 255 now, and like I don't feel, and that's shout out to TCU weight program, Coach Kaz, my dog. But shout out for that point, it was really just like I don't feel 255. Like I feel like I'm 240. Like I like when I'm running, when I'm doing stuff, like I feel like I'm 240, but the weight is on me. Like when
It's
I'm
good
blocking, it's good weight.
Yeah.
So like.
And with the weight program, they pretty much make sure that it's always
Yeah,
good
they
weight.
made sure that it was always there. They made sure that you stayed in line with everything, and they gonna sit there and watch you over your plate. Like they trying to make sure that you do what you're supposed to do because you're gonna be needed. So
Your investment too.
yeah,
They done invested in you. So you when you came out of North Crowley, you went straight to TCU?
I started at LSU.
Okay.
So started at LSU.
How was that?
Man, I love Baton Rouge. I'll never that place
Well,
is amazing.
you heard him say, listen,
Bounce music,
Yeah, I love Baton Rouge, man. That's man. If I ever had the choice, I would probably put on my thing Fourth, Louisiana. Like I love like Louisiana. Is,
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Second
Baton
home.
Rouge, boy.
for a kid, that was like, and I had a really great family growing up, really, but I was more sheltered as a kid, just so I didn't have to go through a lot of things, which it's still a blessing.
Yeah.
But when I had my first glimpse of like being by myself, being in a place like that,
Culture shock.
it was so fun. Like,
Cause LSU is across the street from the hood. It's in the hood.
Yeah.
Like it's
Southern,
in the
everything.
hood.
Everything's
Yeah.
up the
Like,
street.
LSU's in the hood. Like so like being at LSU, like you was there with, let me see, what year you come out?
When I 23 was my senior year.
Okay. So
that's right.
yeah,
I think
so
it's
you was
24.
there. So who recruited you from to LSU? Who's the head coach there? It wasn't.
Well, it's still Kelly.
It was Kelly. Okay, I was
there.
trying to see if Kelly was there.
Mhm.
Okay. Nah, yeah, that's.
Well, so, and that's kind of one thing I spoke to earlier, but I don't think we got into it. How was it, the shift from Vanderbilt to LSU? Like, what made that change? Because you was pretty much locked in with them.
I was 6 months, I think. I was with Vandy right, I think the night before signing days when I, literally at like 11, 12 o'clock, I told them that I wasn't going to come no more. I mean, honestly, with the choices I had, I was choosing between Vandy, LSU, and Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Every choice was great.
I'm a Texas fan, by the way. So
every choice.
It's okay.
Every choice was great for me. I don't think there was a bad choice at all. Like I think every choice had its fit for me, and I was gonna be able to flourish either way. Of course, Nashville was 10 hours away as far as the drive from my family.
Nashville's nice though.
That was because I'm a big hometown kid. So at the end of the day, I wanted to be a little bit close to my family, but I also wanted to be away. LSU gave me that. That's 7 hours. You can make that drive, but
it's far enough away.
it's also not just something to get up in.
Everybody can't make that.
But that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
but sometimes you can't just get up and say, "Oh yeah, I'm finna go see him." Like no, you got to drive. Like so, I had that stability to have time to myself, be an individual, really like learn on my own.
But you're not
things
too
like
far
that.
away.
But I'm not too far away. Yeah, and then just the football aspect. I think at the time for Vanderbilt, it wasn't a big winning program.
Yeah.
So LSU, I really wanted to win and play at the highest level. I really felt like I could go out there and do that.
Well, I mean, and at this point, to be honest, like it's kind of wanted. You know, especially coming out of high school, even when you're looking at the winning aspect of it, you know, winning means NIL. So I'm sure did that play a part in it?
I think at the time, no. I was highly touted, yes, but it wasn't like to where I could start negotiating money.
It wasn't as big back then either.
Yeah, it really was. It was like it really just got
just
pulled
started.
through. So
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't really nothing that the regular stipend check that you usually get. That's what we was getting. So
as a Texas fan, why not Texas?
why not? Texas didn't offer me till like a couple days before signing day. So like they had called me and said they really wanted me. There was a Texas linebacker coach that at the time when Majay was committed to Texas, he had came to watch us when we played Pascal. And I had some crazy catch against Pascal. And after that, he had got on the phone with him and told him he to offer me.
That was homecoming. They homecoming.
Yep. And then so after that, I kind of started communicating with them, talking to them.
That's the crazy thing.
It was Pascal's homecoming?
It was Pascal.
I didn't want to cut him off, but North Crowley was Pascal's homecoming.
Pascal said
Boy, they
North Crowley was
crazy.
their homecoming.
Yeah,
They crazy.
That was a wild day.
Man, when we played Pascal, 70-0.
Yeah, that was a wild day.
But no, and what's crazy is, man, and after seeing what Texas done with Sarkisian, like I said, I'm a huge Texas fan. I'm an even bigger Sarkisian fan. What he's done with the tight ends and stuff, bro, is I love it. Like
the guys he's like
Jatavian, but and what's crazy is,
so I mean,
not as you described, because I didn't get to see you play, but I saw Jatavian play, and like y'all have the same similar body style, everything, bro. Like great hands, like Jatavian. I mean, obviously everybody knows.
The funny thing is, Jatavian was one of the people that was hosting me on my visit. So when I went down there, I got to talk to him and things like that. He ended up staying that year. And then Gunnar Helm stepped in, so that was one of those things. And I was behind a good tight end as well at LSU. Mason Taylor, he just got drafted to the Jets.
Jason Taylor's son, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he was a really good influence on me, and it definitely showed me what it was like to really like be in that tight end position. He took the role very well. So, but I think, like I said, I'll never be that type of person to like I regret my decision. Like I wish I would have went here, went there. Of course, I could sit there and say, "Oh, I would have went to Texas, would have been different," or "I would have went to Vanderbilt, would have been different," or "I could have did something different at LSU." Yeah, everybody can say that. Yeah. But I think the path that I walked and the path that I went through it helped me learn the things now, like learning to say no to things, learning to understand what's needed for myself, like stuff like that. If I wouldn't have went through that, I don't think I would have been the person that I am now.
And what's crazy you say this because I was just recently talking with coaches about that in high school, and they were saying like even like a lot of kids they go off the name and stuff instead of like find somewhere that fits you. If you're at a school that they use you this certain way, find a school that's gonna use you the same way. Because it's no point in you going to school and they not gonna use you. Now you not playing, now you finna transfer. There's no point.
Another big thing for me with LSU was the coach. Not my tight end coach, which was Mike Denbrock. He coaches at Notre Dame now. He's the offensive coordinator now. But he was a really big influence on me. Like he really was taking me under his wing and saying, you know what, you might have to wait it out, but I'm going to develop you to where when it's your time, it's going to be your time. Yeah. And I believed everything he said. Like, and he stood on it. He kept showing me what it was. He kept making sure I was in line with it. He just kept me in line just to make sure, like, man, I got you. Like, I just keep giving me reassurance. But then a lot of stuff went on, and then between the coaching staff, and then he ended up getting a hierarchy job, which is he's one of the highest paid, offensive coordinators right now. And so, my freshman year, he ran the best offense in the nation with Jaden Daniels, Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, that's what I say. You was there with them.
So, like, I still talk to those guys to this day.
Yeah.
So, I watched film with Jaden at 5 a.m. every morning. So, like, he put me in positions to do stuff like that because he was like, we want you to be ready. And another guy, I'm going to shout out my dog, Sherm, at LSU. He was a big influence for me. He was one of the guys that was kind of on the outskirts. He wasn't really like a big role, but man, he did a lot to try to make sure that the players that he dealt with were taken care of. And that's how I got in line with Jaden. That's how I got in line with Malik. And now those guys are people that I can call like brothers and stuff like that because he put me in front of them and they took me under their wing. And then that's why I watch the film the way I watch film. That's why football is just my only hobby because it's like in order to get to where they get, I have to be like that.
I feel like that's, and kind of with the coach that you mentioned, Sherm is the coach, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like everybody needs something like that in their program. Like I think for me, I think my Sherm at North Crowley would be Coach Green. Like Coach Green bring those kids in, he introduced them to the older kids, he introduced them to the coaches. He kind of keep them in that same mentality of what you're saying. So I feel like youth program, high school, college, like everybody needs that person. That's gonna get closer to the community, that's gonna get closer to understanding the kids.
Yeah, and then for Sherm, like, and it's always those people that it don't be about money. Like, it be about just to see
what care about you
on the kids when they see what their future looks like. That's what Sherm. Like, Sherm still talks to me and texts me every day to this day after me leaving LSU. So it wasn't like it was just a thing because I was there. No, like, he still communicates with NFL scouts for me, talk to NFL coaches, telling them, like, no, you need to keep a lookout for this kid. He got me in front of Cliff Kingsbury when I was at Pro Day. I'm just sitting there walking by, and I get to talk to him. Like, so things like that, like I'll never be able to take back, and I always will be thankful for. Because like if I never would have had Sherm to even tell me what it was, like that's all Sherm is about is work. He don't sleep, he don't do nothing else but work. Because it's like if I'm sleeping, then I'm not getting to what I really want to be at. And he's a real God-driven man, so he really showed me how to get closer to my word and really be more involved with just the Bible and every aspect of and just really have the aspiration to really do what I need to do and like show me what my purpose was.
Yeah, I said everybody needs that kind of person.
No doubt, especially like you say, you're away from home. You know, I think that's where a lot of kids go astray when they go out to school. They don't find that person that can keep them grounded.
I think that's one of the reasons y'all ended up with Ansel.
Yeah.
Because his mom is the same thing. His mom she was comfortable with him being out there, but she wasn't comfortable with him being away from home. And I feel like if he would have had that person that was out there to make him feel more comfortable, it probably would have been a thing. He said, still out there.
Yep.
So, scheme-wise, I guess, do you feel like the scheme you in now is not a better scheme, but a better scheme for you? Because
I think it would be a better scheme for me because I want to be that receiving tight end. I think LSU, yes, we had that aspect, but also the SEC is such a run-heavy league.
Yeah.
Like, it's like if the run game going, we going to run the ball the whole game. It's not one of those things where it was like a little mashup and stuff like that. I feel like, but that's what the conference that I was in. I mean, you see the guys every day that step out there on that field. They're huge. So, I mean, you got to, running, it's about who's tougher. That's what it is in the SEC. Is how can I break your will? Like, how can I break your will by running the ball? And the only thing that is by running the ball.
Who was y'all running back this year? Was
Durham, Caden.
Caden ended up playing because the starter got hurt. Like two people got hurt.
Josh. So the one, and he just transferred. Like he was there in 2019 with them, which is Emory. He had tore his ACL twice. So he had tore his ACL, came back, and he tore his ACL again this year after our first game. And then Caden stepped in. Josh Williams, he just got drafted, I think, I want to say, I don't want to be wrong, but he did just get drafted. He did just sign.
he went undrafted?
I think he went undrafted, but he signed.
Running back going.
But he definitely signed though. And then Caden, I mean, he kind of just burst onto the scene.
Literally.
I mean, when you run a 10-2, I mean.
Yeah, no, we got.
And you like,
game. I mean, all he needed was one block. He just needed one block. He was gonna outrun everybody else.
So with playing with Caden, coming from Duncanville, you come from North Crowley, did them conversations ever come up? When it was
we
time
for
North
sure.
Crowley and
I would say this year that conversation happened. I was really on the sideline calling him.
Yeah.
Like, cause one, I didn't get to play Caden. So it was always the anticipation for us to play each other. So then they played them 2024. And I wasn't there, so I had to sit there and watch that one from the crib. They got that one.
That was a bad one to watch.
So I was like, all right. I was like, you gonna see us again? And he was like, all right. And we seen him again, and BTA. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because that's one of the things that people always think, man, these high school kids, they be beefing, and it's when it really ain't that.
Nah, it was definitely a friendly rivalry. We just roll for our school. I mean, that's really it. We always wanted it to be me and him to play each other, but we just never got the chance. So then when our teams came, I was living through them. Like, I mean, if y'all win, hey, I get.
We don't talk that shit.
Yeah, we from the crib.
So,
like we both. Hey, once.
No, it's definitely cool, and that's my dog. Me and Caden. I mean, we like brothers too. Like we always interact with each other. I always try to help him. He always tried to help me. We always tried to make sure each other was straight. So that's definitely my dog.
I think that's an aspect of football that a lot of people just don't understand.
Creates a brotherhood.
It was all love. Really. Like, I mean, it was something that really helped us on the field as well. Because I could sit there and turn around and we call it protection, and Caden don't know, and he'll listen to me before he listens to somebody else. Yeah. So like, it was one of those things that it was always a win-win with that. So
like. Everybody want to know. I mean, everybody hears it. We see it on TV, man. Talk about the atmosphere at Death Valley, bro.
Man,
especially a night game in Death Valley. I heard the night games are crazy.
I don't think I'll ever experience something like that in my life. Like, I would genuinely say that that's a football. Like, For sure, Texas is a football state in my opinion.
But there's so many teams.
But BR, that city, the way them people come out to go watch a LSU football game is something I've never been able to see.
I feel like it's so many teams in Texas, so it's hard for us to rally around the same team.
Yeah. You're an LSU fan. Like, everybody's an LSU fan. Like, you're a Saints fan and LSU fan.
So and then the thing was, like, walking around just on my daily life, if I said I played at LSU, you would get instant love. It was something free. They gave you something. Because they just was like, bro, you play for LSU? Like, that's every kid down there dream.
Yeah.
So as a Texas kid coming down there, it's like, bro, you got to make it. Like, that's really what it was. And it's like, it was cool to see how much people loved you just because you had those 3 letters on your chest.
Yeah.
And it was crazy to think about. Like, it was really crazy to think about. And, I mean, like, that's why I said I love, because they love football down there. And when you run out that tunnel and they say it's 107, it's 108.
Man, that's something we
you probably couldn't hear. Like, you probably.
Like, as a freshman, my first time ever playing in Death Valley, we played Grambling. And I'm like, of course we beat the brakes off Grambling. But the first part of the game, like when we first ran out the tunnel, everybody was there. So, like, you got the smoke in front of you. You got all this in front of you.
Look, I seen you can look it up on YouTube. It might have been your year. You can watch I guess Brian Kelly and all them, they finna walk out. Y'all going through the tunnel and like it's that little area right before you go out. And then the doors open and it's just like,
the smoke opens, you pat the little
the thing up there.
You pat the wind bar at the front, and then after that,
because it was I don't know who it was. I need to bring that video and show you. It's a number 11. Boy, that nigga like it, boy.
Like there's nothing like Death Valley.
He looked like a creative player.
The games that I played in, like we went to Las Vegas to play USC. That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like going to the hotel in Las Vegas, bro. You seeing the Eiffel Tower here. You seeing this here, this there. That was crazy. In Allegiant, that was crazy. Then we went to play South Carolina at 12 o'clock. South Carolina loved playing day games, so they had the towels rolling and stuff like that. My freshman year, we played Mississippi State. They had the bells. That is the most annoying game of my life. Because they did not stop the bells the whole game until we really was like really beating them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing I feel like it'll be different this year with TCU. Like I've been to TCU games and it's more or less like the outside of the stadium is more packed than the inside of the stadium. So I feel like that'll be, I guess not a culture shock, but
I definitely say though, that when they said that the year that they went to the national championship, that was the year that like everybody really was in there, like really wanted to watch and see them play.
They had to.
And so winning, I think we really got a great chance to really recreate something like that this year and really like bring that back to A17. So I'm really excited for what we got.
Yeah.
What was one of the hardest stadiums you played in?
A&M for sure.
Ooh, hey, you don't know about Kyle Field. Kyle Field is crazy, bro.
A&M, they had the military chants.
Mm-hmm.
They had the drunk people.
So Kyle Field is like I think number 2 in attendance. It says like 112,000.
Yeah. So
and like it's if you sit it, it's like straight up. Like they sit like it's like the stadium is like crazy. It's crazy, bro.
And
you gotta go. I've been
like
to Kyle Field before.
It's maybe from that wall to that wall of how close they stands is to our bench.
Mm-hmm.
So you can if they cussing you out, you gonna hear every single word that they're sitting there saying.
And that makes a difference.
And they
you could just smell the reek of beer and drinks and everything. Like you could just smell it.
It's like on both sidelines or just the visitor sideline?
No, definitely just visitor sideline. They was over there chilling on their sideline. But like you could look around and like when we played them, it was like the all-time jersey matchup, and it was an SEC game. Mm-hmm. So when we played them, at the time, Alabama, it was a 3-way tie with us, Alabama, them. I think that was it.
Yeah.
And so our games was we had A&M, Bama, Florida. So we had the 3 juggernauts right out. So we would win them 3 games, we SEC champs. Like we going. And then knowingly, Alabama ended up losing to Georgia. Mm-hmm. Then Alabama lost to Vanderbilt.
That was
what Bama won. Yeah. Bama beat Georgia, and then they came back and lost to Vandy. Mm-hmm. So we had the chance. We beat A&M. It's like, all right, we in a lead for the SEC. So that was what it was in that game. Then we had the all white with the white helmets. They had the all black on. So like it was an all-time jersey matchup. We played at 7 p.m. It's late night.
Prime time.
Like we had game day. It was I think every interaction, everything you could think of was going on that week.
ESPN.
And so like the game, it was. I mean, like I'm on the field, and the quarterback's might be standing where the camera is, and I'm looking at him say something to me, and I literally only just see his lips moving. And like he's holding his hands to it, like, and I can't hear him.
It's crazy.
And it's just one of those things you just kind of, and that's why signals is so big. Because if you don't get the signal, boy, and you in that stadium,
oh yeah, you.
if you let that loud stuff get to you, you're not gonna be able to get out of it.
So did y'all like kind of like prepare for that though? I mean, y'all know it's gonna happen. So did y'all like?
You got hand signals for?
Well, no. When I say like in practice, like had the music
speakers
blast and stuff.
So like, you can only prepare for that so much.
Yeah.
You can't prepare that somebody, a white dude, was gonna cuss me out of nowhere.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean
So,
just
like,
being
But
loud.
that's what I'm saying. We played music, we had music blasting, we did all that, but like it never amounted to what we were gonna go up against.
Yeah.
So like
you can't match the noise.
Everybody when it came to LSU was gonna bring their best.
Oh yeah.
So like it wasn't like we was gonna get somebody. They wasn't gonna come out as enough. It wasn't gonna be less people here. No, they was.
You got fans for the other team. It's really fans of y'all.
Yes.
They want to
and
see
like
y'all play.
Away games, we would only have like a corner section, and it would just be everybody else. So like I think we were on record. It was like 4 games in a row. The 4 away games we played in a row. They literally sold out the stadium in all 4 of those games, and we played them.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that about college that's just like the craziest part is because when you say that, and that's probably the tickets that y'all get, that they put them in this one section, and everybody else will be y'all playing Texas A&M. Everybody got on crimson or whatever color it may be. They got purple and gold over here in this one section. So I never understood how they do it, but it's a smart ass way to do it.
But it's because they give them the tickets. It's the tickets are allocated. Because at Baylor, because I've been to Baylor twice for away games, Baylor puts you away team in the top right corner.
Right by
the sun is beaming right on you, but you're nowhere close to the field, bro. I've been there twice. I've been in the game twice at Baylor Stadium.
Yeah,
it's just the tickets the tickets they give you. Hey, we giving y'all this section.
And UTEP they used to put them above the band. Wherever the band was at, they putting them above them. You ain't finna hear them cheering the whole game.
Yeah, so
yeah, I didn't been in some crazy atmospheres.
Florida hostile environments.
Florida was crazy too.
The swamp.
It was crazy.
Man, and that's what's crazy. And I said that's why I say I don't blame kids for wanting to be D1 because stuff like that, like that's a dream. Like playing stuff like that, bro. Like you're not
gonna experience that ever again. Like, SEC football is something that I'm so happy I got to experience for 2 straight years because at the time, both the teams I was on were top LSU teams, teams that we're gonna talk about to this day.
Man, he played with a Heisman Trophy winner, bro.
So I mean, and watching him play and seeing how people used to come at him every game, like it was crazy. Just see his preparation, just see what he did to get to that point. I mean, then in my opinion, I feel like Malik should have won the Biletnikoff that year. So
who won the winner that year?
Marv ended up winning it that year. No.
Look,
stats do not lie.
They don't.
They was there.
They don't. But
and Malik was more entertaining. I mean, we're not even getting into all that.
No, we're not. I mean, we have that opinion.
I'm letting you know. You should have that trophy in your case.
I mean, we all know kind of what it was.
Yeah, but it was definitely.
I feel like he got the better end of the deal though. So
how? For sure.
How? You don't feel like he
both
more
in the league?
Yeah, he got drafted before him though. He got the first receiver off the board.
Yeah.
And he's definitely gonna make the most money.
Yeah, I mean, he is.
Oh, okay. That's the better end of the deal.
Yeah, I'll take.
But look, but I mean,
he had the
I wouldn't want to
first
be in
year
New York.
too.
But
I mean,
give him he got a quarterback this year, so we'll see.
He number one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He got him a quarterback this year.
Who's quarterback?
Jackson Dart.
I'm just asking, man.
Ole Miss.
I just want to make sure you know because you said he got a quarterback and they passed up on one.
Well, we ain't gonna get started on that, man.
So before we get back into this game plan, man, we get this quick question right here. Favorite pregame meal?
Nothing.
You don't eat nothing? Wow.
Hype song before a game?
Slime Mentality by NBA Youngboy.
Who's your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration?
Yeah.
Probably my pops.
Funniest teammate?
Trey Dez Green.
Dream pro team?
I hate the Dallas Cowboys with a passion, but it's got to be Dallas. I want to stay home and play.
The hate.
We're going to
he
get back
said-
to that. Cleats. Now, I feel like I know this one. Flashy or classic?
Ooh, that's a great question. I might have to go in the middle because I genuinely love the classic cleats, but I think I do want to be a little bright and flashy sometimes. So I think I'll go both.
So we're gonna see you in purple cleats this year.
For sure.
What number do you wear and why? Well,
So-
let's split that up because I know it's going to be a little different this
Okay.
year. So what number do you normally wear?
The number that I normally wear or that I really do want to wear is 2. And, well, yeah, 2. It will be 2. I don't really want to say I have a meaning behind it. I really like the number. I think more or less it kind of goes with my faith aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Just because when I wore the number 12, 12 does mean faith. And the number 2 it said faith and resilience. So I'd keep it as resilience type of thing. But
Okay.
yeah. But now I wear 88. And 88's just
Man, I wish Isaiah was here.
Yeah, for real.
88's I think it's just a really good number just for the position that I play. And I really just like the legacy behind it. A lot of people that wore 88 really are been those
Especially if you're
guys.
talking about Dallas.
So, I mean, I definitely want to keep that legacy going on.
Okay. Favorite NFL and NBA player?
I'm a big Bron fan.
Oh God.
I'm a big Bron fan. Definitely number 1. You're just, yeah.
You're young.
And then,
Yeah,
you're
you're
old.
young.
That's where we're going to go with.
Yeah.
Yeah. You watch on VGS.
Whoa, I ain't that old now. Like, I'm only 32. I ain't that old now.
No, NFL, Calvin Johnson for sure.
Calvin Johnson.
Calvin Johnson.
Who talks the most trash on your team right now?
On my team right now, gotta be Guwap.
Guwap, what's his real name?
You say it again?
Guwap, what's his real name?
Sterling.
Sterling. What position you play?
He played D-tackle. He played in North Crowley.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, you said Guwap. I'm like,
Big Guwap. Yeah, Guwap definitely talks the most.
He was probably the most trash talking in
That's
North
all,
Crowley,
that ain't even
too.
trash talk. He just be wanting to fight. That's his problem.
first sport you ever played?
First sport I ever played, well, definitely football.
Football?
Yeah, I started with
Most
football.
people start with soccer, you know.
Yeah, soccer, baseball, t-ball.
Soccer,
something.
baseball.
Well, nah, baseball was horrible for me. That batting, it was too much.
After a touchdown, what's your go-to celebration?
Hand the ball to the ref.
That's it?
I done scored 100 touchdowns.
I didn't see you celebrate.
Nothing like I'm dancing.
I didn't see you celebrate.
You not like that though. Like when you say celebration,
When I
that's
say
like
celebration,
I
I
got
ain't just saying dance. Like,
He ain't
what-
saying you
what
got to trip
what you
out.
gonna
Like,
do? Even if it's a salute or, spin the
No,
ball.
I think it depends on the moment of the touchdown. Like usually, if it's just some touchdown, it's a regular touchdown. Okay, cool. I'm gonna hand the ball off.
So we
But if it's
we
like
speaking in a big game.
if a big game, I think my thing is I just really just want to take a bow. Like on some, like if I'm going crazy,
Yeah.
like I didn't kill y'all. It's over. Like
Let's take a bow.
yeah, on some finish the show type of stuff.
Tight shit. If you weren't an athlete, what would you be?
Probably either a sports agent, a lawyer, or a veterinarian.
Whole different path right there.
bro, like
I
turtles.
do
man.
love animals. I'm a big animal
But say,
guy.
bro, like turtles. He can't, like,
TikTok, Instagram, or Snapchat?
I would probably say TikTok. It just is so much on TikTok. Like literally, I mean, everybody's life is on TikTok.
I
so you
don't
be
know.
dancing on TikTok?
No,
Yeah, that made not one TikTok video. I don't know if I'm gonna find one.
you not.
I'm gonna put it right there.
Watch. Okay.
Right there.
You gonna see it's gonna say no signal because I ain't never made one before.
Would you rather get the game-winning touchdown or be an MVP?
In this day and age, getting the game-winning touchdown give you MVP. So I look like it's
Depending on the video.
Look,
Depending on the video.
depending on what
It's
you
a bad
do for
looking
the
video.
game-winning touchdown.
he not lying. Like,
I mean, man, I do want the MVP trophy though. I think I'm gonna have to go with the MVP.
MVP.
I'll go with the MVP.
That's a team guy. Team guy. Who's the toughest player you ever faced?
Man, I want to get some guys.
High school or college?
Toughest player I ever played against. I mean, I played against. I mean, it's a list. I played against Dallas Turner. I played against Caleb Downs. I played against Terrion Arnold. I played against Kool-Aid McKinstry. I played against Luther Burden. I played against. I mean, a lot of. I played against a lot of guys.
I'm trying to think. Were you there when?
I didn't play against Will Anderson. That was
But say you was going.
That was the year before me.
I mean, Dad Turner was a monster too, though.
Who else would I say I played against? I played against Billy Bowman. Billy Bowman was really underrated. They underrated.
Oh, yeah. Didn't Ryan?
Yeah, no, he's really underrated. He's nice.
Perkins, what about? I mean, even on your team, Harold.
I mean, I ain't play. I mean, we talking about in a game, but if
you say practice different.
No, Perkins like that though.
No, Perkins is nice.
Perkins.
I hate he got hurt, bro.
He gave me funny story. He gave me my welcome to college moment.
Okay, let's.
So fall camp, practice 12. I remember the day like it was yesterday. Practice 12, we in team. It's like period 22. I'm gassed.
God, you know the period and everything.
I'm going with the
22.
ones. I'm going with the ones, and I'm lined up at tight end at the pass block. So I see him, and he's like creeping like he's about to blitz. So I'm already ready. I'm like, hey, he about to blitz. So he like does the like back and forth back pedal type of thing. So as a freshman, I'm not understanding what's going on. I'm thinking, oh, he's not about to come. Like he confused. Yeah. Most of the time, that mean they coming. Especially him, that mean he coming. I didn't know that yet. Like I said, it's practice 12 fall camp as a freshman because I didn't move early and really. So I'm still learning everything as we go.
Yeah, because this is your first time playing tight end, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For really on that level. Yeah. So I'm running with the ones. He kind of threw me out there on some like, yeah, we want to see what you can do. And I was doing cool. I did like 4 or 5 plays before that. So this play come. So like I said, he going back and forth. We hike the ball. I look at him, and he kind of is in like a planted stance. He's not really moving. Like he's kind of like he's shuffling in place. I turn back to like see if anything was coming inside. I turn my head back out. He's in my face, and my feet are in the air. I'm on the ground. It's all in slow motion. Like when I look back at him, like it was to where my hands was right here. My hands ended up in my chest, and then my feet.
So you took your eyes off of him for a second.
And he blasted straight through me, sack, all that. He talking shit as I'm on the ground. Like, and all Denbrock just told me, he said, yeah, get up. Like, that's what it is.
That's what you got to say. Oh, this different.
I really like, for real, like, grabbed my helmet. I strapped up for real, and that was what it was. It was just.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Perk. From that day on, Perk, that was the one I always wanted to keep. Every time I went against him, I wanted to get the best out of him. And he brought the best out of me. Like, he was one of those guys that was never going to take it easy on me. He was always going to try to make sure that I brought my best to practice every day. Yeah. And so we went against each other a lot. And I got the best of him, he got the best of me. So it was always a win-win.
So, like I said, a lot of the time we talk about this stuff when we interview y'all. So kids can understand, like, so just talk about how our practice was at LSU. Like, because, I mean, it was, I know for a fact it was totally different from being in high school.
Oh, man. High school is nowhere near the practices at. So, just going through a practice, the warm-up be laying there harder than what we be doing during practice. Because it's like, you really got to get your body ready. You're running full speed almost every period. So, it's like your hamstrings, your ankles, this, that, you cutting, you spinning, you doing all this stuff like that. And like you going through gameplay, it was more for me. It was more mental because it was like, man, I'm finna run this play, and he doing a signal here. I gotta know what they doing. I gotta know what they doing. Yeah. But if I don't know what they doing, then I don't know what I'm about to do. So like it was more mental than anything. It was mentally harder than
I think
high school.
And then I think as a tight end, like it's even worse because like you have to know what the line is doing. You also have to know what receivers are doing. Mm-hmm. Like you gotta know the pass concepts. You gotta know the run. Like I think playing tight end.
I was to rank,
it's not a position really nowadays unless you're in the NFL.
Yeah.
Because even in high school, like if you playing tight end, chances are you ain't getting the ball, which is why you mostly play receiver.
Yeah. So like tight end was still an outside receiver in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think if you're ranking the hardness of positions when you get to those levels, I'm definitely going quarterback, corner, and I'm really at tight end at 3. Like,
yeah, I wouldn't blame you.
I wouldn't agree there only because like it's not very many people to do it.
Well, he's saying
that's what I'm saying.
But he's saying
there's
of the
not many
aspect
very
of-
people to do it.
But
Nobody
that's why
wants.
it's hard.
I feel like it's hard because you literally have to know every.
You
run
have to know
game
what
scheme
everybody's
and
doing on the
every
field,
pass
bro.
game scheme.
Yeah, you have to know
Know
everything.
the position check. You have to know what a running back is
Well,
blocking before.
most tight ends that play tight end though are blocking. These days, they ain't catching, so it ain't.
Now
really
we're trying to
like
make
they
it
gotta know.
definitely with what I'm trying to do is be more of that hybrid. So I got to know both.
Yeah.
Bro, trying to be
you don't
George
wanna keep- you
Kittle.
don't wanna
Well, no,
keep-
yeah, I understand what he's trying to say, but I'm saying like what it is, what it actually is.
But
Like,
that's what I'm
'cause
saying.
we talked to Jeremy about like the top in the Texas. Like name me 5 tight ends.
But here you can't.
And that's
But
kinda what I'm saying.
here's the thing though, and this is what. If you ever look at rankings, it's always tight end Y and tight end H. Tight end Y is the put your hand in the ground, I'm blocking. H is what he is, more of a hybrid that can block and run passes. So that's why I say his position is harder because he has to know the line calls and still know route concepts.
Because
It's
it's
the
like
same
with
thing.
tight ends, the reason why it's like 5 in a room or 4 in a room is because you got 2 over here that really can only block.
Yeah.
You got another dude over here, but that really can't block at all.
Yeah.
But can just run routes.
And that's why
And
you
you got
got
one
4 or
that's
5.
really a hybrid. That one that's a hybrid is the one that's going to always be on the field.
Yeah.
So that's why you're trying to be that one that's always on the field. And that's why I take so much pride in it. Because at first, I'm not going to lie, I wasn't trying to do none of that blocking. But I had to really understand, in order to play this position, the more I was able to be relied on to block, the more I was going to have the ability to get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's the same thing when you tell a receiver, no block, no rock. Like, but as a tight end, you have no choice because you are relied on in the run game. Like, as a receiver, you can just run off somebody and it'd be cool. I can't run off no
Or even if
DN.
you don't block them, they just might not get out there.
Yeah, I'm saying I can't run off no DN on Y zone. Like, it's not how that works. So, like, I'm actually
ain't
needed.
going with the pass anyway.
Exactly. So I'm needed. And DN trying to run straight through my face. So it's
Yeah.
not like I could just sit there, oh, yeah, come on, go ahead, go through. Like, no.
Go get somebody
Yeah, that's what I'm
killed.
saying. I can't do that. Like, I'm needed. For real.
What you say? Your boy who gonna be looking at you like, say, bro, come on, fam.
I ain't going to get no passes after that.
Yeah, ain't trying to throw him the ball at all.
But, yeah.
What is you got any hidden talents?
Hidden talents.
I
I
heard
can
you say
draw.
you listen to instrumentals. You,
I can draw.
You a rapper. You can draw.
Yeah, I can draw.
How good can you draw?
I can draw really well. Like, I was always the kid that wanted to trace and stuff like that. And then I finally just started watching, like, people draw and then trying to follow the steps with them. And then I just learned from there.
See, I would be surprised if that wouldn't be one of the things you would be if you wasn't playing football.
The artist?
Ain't no money in being on.
Nah, that's what I'm saying.
Ain't no money
Like,
in being
like,
on artist.
Computer graphics?
That's
That's
not
AI.
that's
I can
different,
AI
bro.
that.
He's talking about drawing with a pencil.
When you do computer graphics, you do it on you draw.
No,
on the tablet
that's AI
You
still,
mad?
bro. That's still AI. What he's talking
Because
about.
then if
He's
you
talking
would say
about
that,
getting a
then
pencil
you
and
might, I might
paper.
as well be a tattoo artist.
Same thing.
Because if you can draw, you can be a
But you don't
tattoo. I
make
feel
no
like you
money
can
with
be.
tattoo artists.
Yeah, most people that draw tattoo artists.
But I mean, if you
You ain't gonna
tattoo
make
don't make no money.
Not many tattoos.
Because when I'm giving
Boy,
money,
you
for these tattoos-
crazy. I'm about to say.
I'm giving out
crazy.
bread for
But
these
it's
tattoos.
You got all your tattoos from the same person?
No,
Different people?
I got one dude in Baton Rouge, and I got some dude from here in Dallas.
So it's 2 people.
Yeah, 2 people. Yeah.
You ain't going to very many people, right?
But the celebrity artists, you got people that's going on anesthesia getting tattoos. That's 40 bands.
that's 1 or 2 people though.
Who?
I'm saying it's a select
Nah,
few
it's more than
people.
1 or 2 people.
It's a select few people is what I'm saying.
That's doing the tattoos. Are you saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a select few
Okay. Yeah.
people.
Okay. I see what you.
But you
like,
still-
that's really
but-
top with it.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
they
but
can
you,
charge that.
Yeah. I see.
but
what
that's
you're
like
saying.
but that's like your barber though. Like you yes it is. If you just
Barbers
no,
pretty much
listen.
charge the same thing.
no they do
Unless
not.
they
now.
No they do not, bro. No they do
Unless
not.
they traveling. If you in a barber
No they
shop,
do not,
If you
bro.
in a barber shop, you charging the same amount.
No you do not, bro. Look,
So what do you think the average price for a barber is right now?
it's like $40. That's average.
Yeah. In a barber shop.
In a barbershop, yeah.
Barbershop. See,
in a
it used to
barbershop.
be. It used to be 20.
Yeah,
It used to be
yeah.
20
You
ball.
said used to. You was young.
That's what I'm saying. You,
That's how long.
It
That's,
used to be-
that's
hey,
how
they
quick
had to put the little
changed.
booster seat in there back when you.
That's how quick the narrative been changed.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell them. Like you talking about tattoo artists that don't charge that. If you start cutting hair right now, you're not gonna charge nobody $100 because you're starting out. Those tattoo artists
You'll
have
be on
been
the 20
doing.
ball. You'll
Yeah,
be
they've
on the
been doing it
20
for years, and their work has
I
spoken
feel like
for themselves.
tattoos always start at the same, like the same.
Yeah,
the
but
range
Bogo,
of
you had
prices.
$40 for that
Depending
poem.
on if it's a celebrity though.
Yeah, it do. It definitely be charged more, but I feel like when you're every tattoo artist that starts at the same price. I feel like I don't feel, but barbers is different. I feel like if you've been sitting there cutting for a long time, just but one of your homeboys, and now you're still starting to cut, you're gonna feel like, no, I've been doing this for a minute, but you ain't been on the scene. But then the guy just really just putting himself on the scene, and he just now just starting cutting everybody.
Yeah, I know a dude. I was in El Paso. And
First off, say where you was at. Just look where you was at.
You gotta hear what he said. What he said. He was like, man, if I was in Dallas, I'd be charging $200 a cut. This was in 2010.
Oh my God!
And I'm looking at him like, nigga, please. Like,
Ain't nobody.
everybody
First
like,
off, in 2010, nobody gonna pay no $200 for no
I'm
cut.
saying the same thing.
But then I do think the age too. Like, I feel like in that time, nobody wanted to be a barber.
Yeah.
Now everybody cutting hair.
Nah, it's true. You can throw a rock and find a barber.
That's why it's so. It can't be. Oh, well, I pay $200 because you charge me $100. I'm just gonna go over here.
Exactly. It is a lot
But
more.
here's the thing though too though. It's the same way. You don't let everybody just cut your hair though.
That's true.
Like, huh?
Some people do.
But yeah, some
Like I
people
said,
do.
The day that he told me that, I sat in the barbershop 8 hours to figure out who was gonna cut my hair. I was just now getting down there, so I'm trying to figure out which one of these dudes cut the best and this and that. Cause at that time I ain't like just anybody cutting my hair.
Yeah.
I'm nappy with it now, but at that point I was real particular on who cut my hair.
Yeah, I mean every dude
Like
should
I
be.
didn't let dudes with dreads cut my hair. I don't believe it.
See, but me, like I was like that too, because I'm like, if I mess this up, there's nothing else I can do about it. If you got dreads, you can cover it up or something like that. If he messed me up, I'm cooked.
You gotta wear a hat, do it.
So I used to just like ask people, like going around seeing, because I couldn't sit in I don't have to sit in a barbershop and wait.
Nah, I used to like I see your haircut, I'm like, damn bro, who cut you?
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I'll say that.
See, I don't trust that though, cause like
Nah, I trust it. If I can see his work.
He may have just gave you a good cut because he fucked with you, or he may have just gave you a good cut because it was a good day for him. I got to see it for myself. Like I think you came to my barber after you seen me get cut, and he been cool, but Jamari didn't like it. Jamari said, man, yeah, he make my edge up crooked. Never made my edge up crooked.
I mean, Jamari let his hair go down to his eyebrows. So I mean, like,
but again, that's
so I mean, that's I mean,
Yeah,
but that's what I'm
so
saying.
there's a difference between the two though.
It is, and I like I said, you look who you asking. You gotta ask somebody that's accountable for like what they like their hair. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I mean, your haircut always looked like you got it cut last week.
I did get cut that way. This was at my week to get cut. So
I just say, I always look like you got
I'm a
it cut
2-week
last
guy. So this is 2 weeks for me. So
week. Ain't messing up 2 week guys, man.
hey,
Anyway, let's get these rest of these questions out of the way. Cold weather, hot weather. Football game.
Football game. I'm
Easy.
definitely say hot. I'm
yeah, that's easy.
gonna say hot, but I really do want to play in the snow. But I feel like it's not gonna be a good experience.
Never played in the snowball?
I'm playing like really, really cold, but
So, pause on that. For a youth aspect, we played in the snow
In Atlanta.
In Atlanta.
in Atlanta.
We played.
That's when that snowstorm had hit the south.
Crazy.
Wow.
I think they were 10. It
It was
was
You
actually
was in high
supposed to
school.
get canceled.
Isaiah.
You was in high school.
Yeah, he was in high school at the time. It was actually supposed to get canceled that year. It was in 2022. We went down to Atlanta. A blizzard. A blizzard just out of nowhere. So we went to the game the first day, and it's covered in snow, but it's like soft snow, and it's like not cold.
Yeah.
Like, so it's just not freezing. So it's just like it's snow everywhere, and I had to throw a video up of it, but it's that picture right there. Move a little to the side, AJ. Yeah, so it's just like it's not cold, but it's just like
It's cold, but it's not
snow
windy
everywhere.
cold. Like
Yeah, it ain't Texas cold,
yeah.
Yeah.
but it was playing in the snow for them. It looked fun. I ain't doing it myself, but
Let me see.
for the
You at
kids, it
TC,
looked
let me
amazing.
see. Who y'all? I wonder who y'all schedule if y'all.
Because
gonna have
last year
a
they
cold.
played
They got
Cincinnati.
Colorado, but that's week 3.
Yeah, they played Cincinnati in the snow.
I about to say
It wasn't-
Cincinnati
It
is
wasn't
gonna be-
snow like that though. It was like you could see it on the ground, but it wasn't like nothing like that.
Yeah,
So
it wasn't flurry.
Yeah.
BYU. Y'all might get them BYU.
Maybe,
Y'all got
yeah.
BYU
If you
shit.
could play any sport besides yours, what would it be?
If I could play any sport besides mine, what would it be? Honestly, bro, I don't think people would say I would play. I would do golf.
Golf. That's the second time I heard you mention golf today. You must be pretty good at it.
Like,
Decent.
I love golf. Bro. That's like one of those.
TCU gonna be perfect for you.
Those calm.
No, you gonna meet a lot of people.
That's
be
a real
perfect for you.
calm sport. I feel like that's gonna. I think. I mean, I like a lot of athletes do that, but like I would probably get into golf. Like really start. I'll try to make a PGA.
Yeah, it's gonna be perfect for you. Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation. I did start off on Xbox though.
How young was you?
Probably. I mean, I had the Xbox 360 and everything. I had the little.
If it was 360, I mean,
The kinetic. What's that little thing that they had first that came out with the little kinetic where you could like act like you was playing with the people? And stuff
That's
like
what
that?
Xbox Connect.
Yeah, Connect. Yeah.
I had that and everything.
Last show you binge watched?
The last show I binge watched is called Sniper. The dude named Bob Lee Swagger in the movie.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, the show good. Yeah, the show good.
That's you like shooting shows?
Oh yeah.
You seen what is that show? Now I'm gonna have to send it to you.
What's it about?
It's about shooters. It's about snipers. Not snipers, but just like it's got big dude in it. Reacher, Jack Reacher.
Jack, is it?
It's Reacher.
Is it Reacher?
It's called
Yeah,
Reacher.
I'm gonna say. I've watched that. Yeah, that's really good too. I'm Extraction. I'm watching all shows like that. Like, I like the strategical plans that they go through. How to figure that stuff out.
Yeah.
Like White House Down is a really good movie that I like to watch. Stuff like that, like when, like in tough situations, like how people can figure stuff like that out.
Yeah.
Like my interest is all the things shit. I can go do that easily, but like, niggas, I don't know.
Nah, really.
So it'd be crazy though.
Well, we can get back into the second half with the rest of these questions. But I did want to kind of speak towards week 3.
What's week 3?
Versus Q and college.
Well, we just found out it's week 5.
Week 5, that's perfect.
5.
I say that's perfect because
It's there, right? Because they came here.
Yep.
I thought y'all said it was here.
It is. It's here. It's here.
That's what I just said.
I thought you said it's there. Oh Lord. Is that not what he said? He said
It's, I know. I understand what he's saying, but
he definitely said it's there. I know how to hear
no,
that.
it's here this year. Yeah. Which is weird though, because they did the first time they played them, it was here,
But they wasn't in the same conference then.
Well, like I said, I'm glad
Yeah, they wasn't in the same
it ain't that week.
It was a non-conference game.
Yeah.
That's the same week that North Texas plays.
Who they play?
They play Washington State.
Yeah.
So now I got to make that decision on which game to go to. So speak more towards the transfer. Like how was that process?
Well, hold on. Before you go, let's backtrack. Why? Let's speak on why.
Why did I transfer? Man, a lot of people. So the thing right now that it is at the time I was gonna be the next guy up. So like Mason left, and I was the next guy behind him. I didn't necessarily trust a lot of what was going on, and that's nothing against the coaches. I just felt like for the plan I had for myself, I didn't really trust everything that was happening, and I also always told myself if I ever had felt like I wanted to trust, I wanted to come back home, and TCU kind of gave me that ability, and I love the tight end coach, Coach Mitch. He's my dog. He really been.
But you did say that the tight end coach did leave, so I understand that.
Yeah, he did leave. That was really my dog. Like after not having him for real, it kind of made a lot of stuff a little bit harder for me because I didn't have him to piggyback off of. And the tight end coach that I did, the new tight end coach I had got, he recruited me out of high school because he was at Tulane, and I got offered Tulane. He was a guy there. I feel like he was a good dude. I just feel like we didn't rekindle how me and the other tight end coach was. So we weren't on the same page a lot of the times. We always kind of had.
So now opinions. Like kind of, how does that process work? So I think you're gonna be the first person that's been in a portal. So
bro, what the? Oh my goodness.
He took that play from me, but it's cool.
No, the pass cool. I'm clicking on, watching my dude just stand there.
Nah.
Come on now, we ain't finna.
They motor hit the lag switch
that
on
boy's
you, bro.
it's hardwired in. I don't know.
Way.
Ain't nothing else I can do.
Well, you hardwired?
Oh my god.
Nah, he's hardwired in too. They both are.
Oh.
Are we sure?
You sure?
That white plug right there. That's what it's for.
But my dude just wearing. Oh, come on now. Don't every time you act the ball, it start lagging now. Come on, don't do this. But
on the same time.
So how does kind of explain how the portal works? Like, so you go to them and just say, "Hey, I'm going to the portal
in 5 days."
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
That's your fault. You changed the camera.
I didn't even mean to do that, but it's all right.
But so like, how does it work? Like, so you go to them and say, "Hey, like, I'm going to the portal."
As soon as you enter the portal, you either can do like a non-contact, like you already know where you're going, or you get contact. So obviously, I wanted contact to see what schools is going to come get me. And then from there on, I kind of just started talking to different schools. Like TCU called me instantly, like maybe 15 minutes after I entered the portal.
TCU good about that.
And then
Bro, it's people that's their job. All they do is watch it.
Louisville, Mississippi State. Then I had Texas had said something. A&M had said something.
There go Texas again.
So like, it was more or less just like at the time. Bro, can I hold on?
I think it's down.
There we go.
Yeah.
Bet. Bro, this is.
Oh yeah, he lagged, bro.
No,
No lie,
no, that's
no. I swear.
Oh my God.
Hey, Mo, I swear.
God.
I swear.
Like,
you
you
said
look
a
at my
hut,
screen, I
and
literally
it froze, and then all of a sudden he was running past you.
Hey,
Oh,
man.
bro, this is crazy work. Ain't like why? But I'm saying why now? Like that's what I'm saying. As soon as we start the second half, I can't do nothing.
Ain't nothing different.
Yeah, for you. That's why you saying that.
He a old cheating.
How am I cheater, man? He hard wide in, I'm hard wide in.
We must got different hardware over there then. 'Cause
It's a
think
different
you're
color
right.
plug. Mine white. Yours white too. You know the white.
Mine
people.
rusted and brown.
That's brown.
Bro. That's
So
crazy.
so when TCU contacted you, I know you said you kind of always wanted to come back home. So
Yeah.
kind of once they hit you up, you was like, was that like a
Well,
definite like, hey, yeah, that's where I
on
want
like
to
a
go?
real note, I was highly irritated with TCU because at a high school, TCU never offered me. So
that,
like
that hurts. When you,
so like I
I was pissed at SMU because they were sorry.
Yeah, SMU never offered me. TCU never offered me. Like I was heated about that because I'm like, bro, I'm
But
a
I feel like it
hometown
was-
kid.
I feel like it was a time though. Like them couple years, I feel like they wasn't really. They
It
wasn't.
that
They
didn't
wasn't
matter.
recruiting here.
Still as your home, as a hometown kid, you not offering me.
Blur.
bro.
Oh, we threw a terrible.
Yeah, I
ball.
just feel like at that point,
That,
they
like
wasn't-
you see that?
they wasn't really recruiting here. Because even
So-
with that championship team, the
You right.
championship run, they ain't have a lot of hometown kids.
I had hella animosity. So like going into the phone call, I'm like, bro, I'm low key pissed. Like I don't even really want to talk for real because I'm like, man, coach, y'all didn't offer me out of high school, so I ain't really liking too much what's going on up there. But that was when Meacham and them was there, so that it was a little different dynamic up there then. So then when bro, this down pad is, come on, get up out of there.
Meacham was there.
Meacham.
And
Kelly, I mean, the what's it called, coach? The receiver coach was still there, but at the time when I was getting recruited by them,
pick.
oh yeah, I was glad he didn't pick. Oh, that's JJ. Nuh-uh.
Boy, you
You
crazy.
can't catch.
He ain't got that in his bag. Now if that was Bud, yeah, that's going another way.
We're gonna take that for what it is. We're gonna be at.
Oh
there we
my
go.
God, they handed him that.
That must be
They
Bud.
can tackle. No, this is linebacker. That's crazy. It's all right, bro. You guys put some. If I can stop lagging on defense, we would probably be better.
I mean, it's just been on runs. I feel like the runs is cool.
Cause
Bro,
so who's the OC at TCU right now?
Kendall Browse.
Kendall Brown. That's right. Old Baylor.
So if TCU don't reach out there, were there other schools like that you were looking at, or you
I was
just
really
don't-
looking at A&M. I wanted to stay in the SEC at the first point because I wanted to play I wanted to play LSU again.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Texas was in this shit.
I just feel like the people ain't. Texas ain't.
Man, say man, it just
it just felt so late that I felt like it was just forced. I didn't feel like
Well,
it was trying to be for real with me.
Well, I say that because here's the thing: Gunner is gone. Gunner was leaving this year, no matter what. He's a senior. They really have nobody behind him. They actually got a kid out the portal this year at tight end.
Yeah, they
But
did.
tight end, I feel like tight ends in the portal more than anything though.
It's because what we talked about,
Yeah.
like his situation. Some kids they don't look like they're not those traditional tight ends, so they go to school that's hand in the
seen
dirt.
that.
I'm blocking.
In the
Like,
last 2 weeks, Washington State done signed 2 of them.
so how did you do in the spring game this year?
Well, so I had hurt my knee before, so they didn't. It was saving me. I mean, they didn't want me to hurt myself anymore, so I didn't end up doing nothing in the spring game. We didn't even have a spring game. It was just open practice. So it was
People
like
come
we-
watch it.
yeah,
But that's
we
what
come
that's
to
what
us.
that's why I asked, because a lot of people that's what they're going to, bro. A lot of people aren't doing spring games because
Because they don't
stuff
wanna
like
get
that,
hurt.
injuries and like they don't want.
Yeah,
like,
no, because we had. I think we had before I came. They had like 3 guys off of ACLs. So they trying to just savor as much as the lineup as we can, honestly.
So even though I guess you and Q, y'all pretty much on the same side of the ball, are you looking forward to that game this year?
Yes, I ain't gonna say the bet, but we definitely got a bet going. I can't say it because I'm not supposed to. So.
Of course.
Yeah. We
But,
don't.
no, we
You don't.
definitely-
He doesn't gamble. He doesn't
We
gamble.
definitely got something. Yeah, nah.
I mean, it's a competition.
So you know, I kind of want to shift gears. You know, you talked about NIL a little bit.
Yeah.
You kind of, with you being in school for this, you know, year 3, you kind of established yourself in NIL.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so how does that work? How does that work? Like, do they come out and reach out to you?
So
or?
it's kind of a little bit of both. You marketing yourself, and they kind of your performance on the field gets you your NIL deals. I'm gonna say that for sure.
And get you the most out of it.
Like you gonna definitely what you do on the field gonna really prove to people.
No,
I had a dude that I did the spin move on. Still, all right.
So I don't know if you can say, like, what NIL do you have right now?
So as far as right now, like I'm doing a lot of stuff, like trying to just kind of like figure out what deals would be best for me. Like I'm trying to start get my own clothing stuff going.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I thought I was gonna get that over his head.
Everybody in this room saw that pass.
Mm-hmm.
No, I knew I was going there. I just thought I wasn't gonna be able to get over his head.
L1, so you can dump it over his head.
That's 57. I had to talk bad about him earlier.
But yeah, I've been trying to get my own brand kind of going, so kind of getting people to help me with that. Once I start to do this camp and everything I want to do, then I definitely feel like I'll really get myself out there. Right now it's more. I don't really say I have a lot of deals. Like I was doing a couple things with Smoothie King when I was at LSU. I had to kind of just post a little clip here and there just about me having Smoothie King, and things like that. So. I mean, it'll get bigger as it goes. Like I said, once the play on the field kind of gets to where I want it to be, then I really start being
It'll
able
make
to
it
put
easy.
myself out there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, at that point it definitely get easier when your play can do the promotion for you.
Yeah, because I know for a fact, Malik and Jaden probably was driving G-Wagons.
Yeah, Malik probably got 2-3 cars right now. But I mean, that's league money too now. So
Yeah. I'm just talking about LSU.
League be lit. League, he got.
But that's kind of the conversation what you talk about. I think we had that conversation with Jay when he was saying that a kid was doing too much YouTube, too much Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm saying like that's what you got to do.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what
you
have to
definitely
do in
got to be
college.
on social media. I've had to learn I had to start posting a little bit more just so people can see my face more.
Yeah.
Because I'm in a helmet. I mean.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder for football players.
Yeah, because a basketball player, you outside, you see your face 24/7.
Well, shit, we seen Stephen Gilmore at a 7-on-7 tournament in Waxahachie. Nobody knew who he was.
Stephon?
My bad.
I was like, who's Steven?
He said Steven Gilmore.
We seen Stephon Gilmore and nobody knew who he was.
Well, the thing was, like, we had Jalen Ramsey at our practice one of the days, and, like, nobody said nothing to him. I seen him, and I'm looking at him like, bro, that's got to be Jalen Ramsey.
I seen that because,
But
matter of
like-
fact, because whatchamacallit's one of y'all coaches now.
Corey Coleman?
Corey Coleman.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is crazy because he went to Baylor.
Which is crazy because
Well, I don't know
Corey
what
Coleman.
their relation they have, that they know each other like that, but, I mean, they said like they knew each
Corey
other for a little
Coleman
minute.
had a crazy career.
Crazy career. But, you know, he's also, that's Kendall Browse. Kendall Browse was his OC.
Oh, my God.
So-
That's what we doing?
I got
Ain't
to.
no way.
So, you know, Kendall Browse was his OC. So, you know,
What wasn't his dad his OC?
no, Art was the head coach. Coach Browse was the head coach.
Okay.
Kendall was the OC. But when they had, like, when they was
Well,
throwing them deep balls and that was
Yeah.
Kendall Browse.
I just found out that Coach Browse was a Gatorade Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm. Bro,
I
he can
didn't-
play.
I did not know he was like that.
Bro,
in
he's
high
a
school.
he's a man. He
like
man,
Gatorade Player of the Year. is
learn all
crazy
you
work.
can from
Yeah.
that man.
Nah,
Like
for
he's
sure.
he's a great
Especially back
that
then.
threw me all the way off.
he's a great offensive mind, bro. Like he's a
Can
great.
I not get a fumble, bro? He
Because
been
back
running the ball
then,
the whole
you
game.
getting the Gatorade
Look
Player
at
of the Year,
this.
you was the Gatorade Player of the Year.
Yeah,
Now
because
you can kinda
especially in
manipulate.
Texas. He
but
got
not.
Gatorade
But he's
Player
saying it
of the
because
Year.
like now you see like like
You see,
like
you
yeah
got so
he
much
go
film.
yeah he gonna do it. Like back then people had to actually come out to and see you play.
And so if they was giving it to you, you
Pause.
deserved it.
Whoa. Nah, that was nasty. Bro.
I never got it, so that,
That was crazy.
y'all whatever.
That was definitely.
We done made it through the whole interview. Hey,
Hey, that was the only one that came through there.
Bro, he only scored touchdowns with this running back.
that's I mean, you
Cook
gotta,
not even here no more. He at Jacksonville State.
you gotta find what you got. And
Man,
you-
what's what Jimerson? Jimerson did the same thing. Remember, he in the portal right now.
Nah, he is though. Like, he not even no more.
the portal would be crazy when you in there for months.
Oh, come on, bro. This game is hot garbage, bro. I swear. Ain't no way no safety not able to touch that.
Hey, man.
So were you okay with your rating on here?
I think I was like a 79, 80 when I first got on the game. So
That ain't bad.
I mean, bro, I don't know why I keep doing that to myself.
Do they come out and evaluate y'all for that now? Or they pretty?
I mean, yeah, they
I
still
know
got a
that's how they
thing
do it in the league.
where it go up. I mean, like it goes up as far as your play and go down. Yeah, they do that. So I think I went up to like an 81 after Oklahoma game. I went up to 81. So I mean, one little
Galen
upgrade.
wasn't that early enrollee. I told him he's gonna be a 65 overall.
Yeah. Not being early.
Hey, look, 89 speed safety.
That's gonna be tough.
Oh my! Ain't no way
Hey, man, that's Hoover. Ain't that who you want?
they letting him slide. That like, come on.
He can't slide.
No, I'm not saying no. Who don't run? That's the whole
when I'm
thing.
coaching him, he run.
Who don't run? So
When I'm coaching
him
he run.
sliding and having, he don't even have the opportunity to do that because he don't even be wanting to run for real.
We gonna treat him right.
Oh, look at this. Even this.
Oh, that's why.
There you go. There you go. Oh, he got it back.
That's what I was waiting on, bro.
I didn't even realize that was a play idea. I thought it was a direct.
Come on, bro. Like a real hit him with a fumble like that. You not gonna give me that? I'm working on that. I've been spamming it all game.
So it's not the same now, I guess. Not too much longer, but I feel like the time changed in the last 2 years. So was the social media aspect as big when you was in high school as it is now?
Yeah, but I definitely think it's worse now.
Worse than what? What do you mean?
Like it's worse, bro.
You overran the hole.
He
Like,
definitely did.
it wasn't even really like I overran it. Like, bro could have made the tackle.
I mean, you held him to a field goal.
Man, it don't even matter. I gotta score twice. Man, he holding it. He weird.
I was waiting on you to answer your question.
No, you wasn't waiting to answer my question. He was holding it.
Pause.
I was waiting on you to answer the question, man. What you mean by it's worse now?
Why we calling it pause? Because I said, bro, see,
What you say? What you
he
say?
dragged out.
He was doing what?
I'm talking about the game, though.
Oh, that should be a pick.
They gave it to him. He definitely wasn't in there, boy. I'm gonna take it.
Hey, how much time left? You can't even challenge this under 2 minutes.
That was a great pass.
Oh,
That was not a great pass.
I just knew it was a pick.
That was a great.
I
pass.
literally clicking it and he's standing there right in front of the bro. This is embarrassing, bro. I lagged the end of the game. It's okay.
Wow.
It's a great job, bro.
So you got an apartment in Fort Worth? What you?
Yeah, I got an apartment like 5 minutes from the school.
That's what's up.
So I'll be at my apartment. I'll literally be at my house like all the time. I don't do the whole going out partying thing.
No, you ain't on 7th Street.
I don't really know. I don't smoke.
Ain't
I
nothing
don't
on 7th
drink.
Street but white folks.
Now. Nope.
Bro, he been
Wow.
open the entire game.
Bro been wearing verts all game on you.
And I can't even say you gonna say some power shit.
Nah, I got you. I'm gonna let you live now, bro. Made it left.
So back to the social media topic. You said
Oh, no.
why'd you say it was worse?
Oh, way to come back and get the ball.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at, but then I ended up clicking the wrong button.
Why'd you say social media is worse now?
I just feel like because it's just you can get consumed on it like a lot easier now. Like I just feel like guys just be bye bye.
God damn.
That-
Safety did.
He's
that.
ran verts on you all the way
Bro,
down.
there's 3 people on him. After 10 yards, they just all went different ways.
We'll change the defense.
In quarters.
He's some quarters.
I guess when you was in school,
Come on. Give me the old stuff.
was it? I feel like it wasn't promoted as much.
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
But because what you say, you graduated, what,
23?
23? Yeah.
I feel like it's a little.
Oh my goodness.
That was obvious.
Yeah, you
I tried to get the thing where he like put it over him, but it's a little glitch. But it ain't want to glitch me. It's okay.
Well, you got to press triangle.
I know the glitch, yeah. You got for the high kick, you ain't high kick at all.
Well, nah, he tried to go off the ground with it.
Like
Yeah,
like
sure.
let it leap over him.
Uh-huh.
Not even on no like.
Yeah, I just feel like it's more out there now. Like Q got a song.
What?
Like yeah,
No,
Yeah, like people can just do that. Like people can just.
yeah, like they wasn't doing that then. It done became more of a troll.
I think, yeah, okay. I get
became
what you're
overthrown.
saying. Yeah.
Started with LeBron.
Hey, the LeBron's a
LeBron
funny
one
though.
is. Jordan ain't got that.
Huh?
Jordan didn't have social media.
It don't
First-
matter.
first off-
nobody wanted to make a song
So-
about
so-
it.
First off, they trolling LeBron. First off, I don't think that's a good boy. They glazing him like.
So now that we back on that, because I didn't say anything during that little minute thing, but
Yeah, come on, school, get him.
LeBron is, why is he the GOAT in your eyes?
Because ain't nobody doing what he doing.
What is he doing?
At his age, Jordan.
Oh, so
Jordan eating Fruit
Jordan-
Loops at
Jordan
his
retired.
age. It ain't my fault.
Hey,
it ain't nobody's fault.
Hey, by the way, you go look up Jordan's last season with the Wizards and how old he was and how much he averaged.
He was like 60.
Oh my
He wasn't 63.
63.
He was like
I don't know if
Jordan's
he's
like
63.
Jordan's
Average
like 40.
20.
Who?
What, Jordan on the Wizards?
Yes.
Nobody even talks about that year because he didn't do nothing.
You said
You
he
might,
averaged
well,
20.
you might well go look it up again. He averaged like 25.
I want to talk about points and stats and stuff like that.
You just said. What is LeBron doing at 40?
Points and
Oh my
stats.
God.
He got his
Crazy ending.
Yeah, I shouldn't even. I stopped. I clicked
Crazy ending.
on the accident.
So what is LeBron doing in the league at 40?
He got his son in the league.
That's not an accomplishment
Oh, so
for
you-
him.
So you're not going off accomplishments. You're going off of social media accomplishments.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, at one point, LeBron made 10 finals in a row. That's unheard of.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
But
Y'all only going off of the y'all only going off 6 seasons. That's
I'm
what
not
y'all going off of.
I mean, what do you want to go off of?
What do you mean? What you want to go
So-
off of? If we talking
so
about
as
just
a- So as
rings,
an athlete,
if we just talking about rings, then Bill Russell would be the greatest of all time, right?
no.
Okay, then. So
No.
we can't just talk about rings.
We
If
wouldn't
we
be
talking about
talking about that.
longevity, then it got to be
Who we
Bron.
beat?
Bill Russell
Who
beat
beat
Timberlake.
Plumbers and hey, they was smoking cigarettes
Bill
in
Russell
the.
beat.
They was smoking cigarettes
Bill
in the
Bill
halftime.
Russell don't even
Who
respect
did
that.
Jordan beat?
Bill Russell
What?
don't even respect
Who
that.
Jordan beat?
You never hear about the Pistons and all that?
Okay, Pistons. Okay, name
The
somebody.
bad boys, all them.
I think
like,
LeBron beat the best team of all time.
you talking about the Warriors?
73-9. They unheard of.
3-1. He can't.
He beat them in their best year.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
LeBron, I mean, whose record did they beat to get there?
What you mean? Who record did they beat?
73-9. Who was 72-10?
I think there was a name named Michael and last name Jordan.
right?
Yeah, Jordan and them got that. Yes, but I'm saying LeBron beat the best team. Jordan. Yeah, okay. Jordan was the best team. Cool. You want to say that? Cool.
Okay.
But without Scotty, Jordan.
Bro,
We're not gonna talk about how
talking
Jordan.
about. Oh, pause.
How Jordan at one
Bron
point.
ain't won nothing without anybody. You said like Bron won.
Ooh.
He ain't won it by himself.
He's never won it by
I
himself.
seen LeBron carry Delonte West to the NBA Finals. Delonte West is out there
Delonte
getting.
West.
Did he
bombs off the
win it
ground.
though?
The Lions West carried him. That was his daddy. That was
Did
his
he
stepdaddy.
win it though?
Did he win it? He didn't have no help.
He did. Did he win it that year?
But that's
It
the
took
conversation, though.
Kevin.
That's what we're
It
talking
took Kevin
about, though.
Garnett, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, all in their prime, and they still lost to Brown.
But that's what we're talking about though. We're not talking about just getting there.
Somebody winning it.
So if you go to if y'all go TCU go to the Natty this year, you be like, hey man, we're great. We went though. No, you gonna win. You want to win.
Of course you want to win, but
But that's what we're
But
saying.
you
It's cool.
It's the same thing with me asking you want game winning touchdown. You want to be the MVP.
I understand.
Like,
I
it's
understand
cool.
what
You
you're coming off
want
of.
you want to win.
No, I understand. I understand.
And that's
you're
what
coming
people
from.
y'all say. Oh, he made it to the finals, but he's only won what 4, 3? He got 4.
Four. He got 4.
Jordan, every time he stepped on the court in the final, he's won the series.
That makes him better than LeBron.
Y'all are saying he's better. Nobody's ever been like, "Hey man, Jordan's better than LeBron." Because we don't have to.
He a hypocrite, bro. He did you did sit there and say
No,
LeBron.
you said-
Jordan's
you
better than
said-
LeBron.
If he
You
was-
said-
if
you
he
So
was
said-
who are you
that,
taking
he
then?
said that.
Who am I taking? I'm taking Michael Jeffrey Jordan all day, every day.
No way you saying his full name.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
That's crazy.
Because you want to tell you right now,
LeBron got more points
in
than him
20
even
years-
without 3-pointers.
watch this. It's how I'm gonna get him. In 20 years,
What?
people still gonna be wearing Jordans. Ain't nobody gonna be wearing no bronze.
I promise
I mean,
people
like,
gonna still be wearing
LeBron's
LeBrons.
court
I don't know
shoes.
nobody wearing no LeBrons.
LeBron's are
You
court
probably
shoes.
don't
Jordans
know
are court
nobody wearing
shoes
no
too.
LeBrons.
They're
But I'm
basketball
saying-
shoes.
But I'm saying that
Like,
there will still be
people
LeBrons around, just like there will still be Jordans around. Yes, we will
There's
still buy
gonna be
Jordans
LeBron.
over
There's gonna be
yes.
LeBrons around because they're gonna be still coming out. But Jordan shoes done coming out.
That's like sitting there saying, "Oh, well, Shaq shoes stopped getting sold."
Shaq also was selling in Walmart too. So
Shaq shoes still get sold. This is still a thing. They gonna get sold.
Not like a LeBron or a
They gonna be
Jordan.
20.
that's like remember the Starberries?
They gonna get sold.
I mean, bro, to me, I tell people, I respect Bron's greatness, bro. What he's doing, we probably will never see ever again in our life. I just don't like the fans of how they try to make they try to make a narrative of how he's better than. Oh well, Bron has tied his shoe 7 times more than Jordan has in the
It's
third minute of the fourth. I'm like, come on, bro.
LeBron
Like,
get a lot of stats though. Like,
yeah, bro.
he get a lot
They
of new
they
stats.
just come up with stats, bro. I'm like, come on, bro. Like they try to make the narrative of him being better. That's the only thing that irks me. I respect his game. I tell people I respect his game. I respect the man he is. For him to come out as a prodigy
The only thing that
and
irks
still
me,
be that, bro. A lot of people don't.
so somebody
do
put out a stat and they did the stats between LeBron and Michael Jordan, and there was I think 2 MVPs, 2 Finals MVPs.
that. Bro, Jordan.
on,
This
man.
how you kill
Calm
him.
down.
Jordan won Defensive Player of the Year, All-Star
Half of them
MVP,
stats they
Final
said was
MVP.
fake, by the way.
Well, I'm not talking about stats.
No, we talking about awards.
He gotta win this. He gotta have the stats to win the award.
Not technically.
Not
Steve Nash
technically.
did it.
Steve Nash.
LeBron-
Kobe should have won the
LeBron-
MVP,
LeBron should definitely have more than 4 MVPs.
but Jordan should too.
Get the no.
Yes, bro.
Jordan had.
That's
Jordan
that's
his
the same
5 is
effect.
what his 5.
That's the same effect they're saying that he's so good that he should win every year, but he doesn't.
This is
LeBron,
true.
okay, so we can say the same thing about Bron.
LeBron
That's what
should
I'm
win every
saying.
year.
I'm saying that yes.
Well, nah, there's some killers in the league now. So I feel like it's always an argument you can make, but I feel like people make the wrong argument. Now, the league is a lot better than when Jordan played.
Yeah, it is.
But I feel like if Jordan was in the league now, he could still compete.
He would score 60 the way they play now, bro.
He would still be a Jimmy Butler. He would be an Anthony Edwards. He wouldn't be high fly Jordan like he was then, but he would score. He would still
So
be
you're
a
saying
scorer.
LeBron can't score in that era?
We're not
I'm
saying
not saying it at
that.
all.
I still feel like LeBron could drop hella points in that era.
He
was
probably
strong.
could.
Exactly. That's a big dude.
But
But LeBron would be a center in that area.
LeBron and he
Jordan
also
would be able to guard in this era.
and also the fouls that he get now, he wouldn't get them.
Jordan
when
would not be
played.
able to guard in this
But
era.
those are the arguments to make, though.
Jordan cannot
Those are
guard. The
arguments to
defensive
make,
player, if he played this era, the defensive player never happened. No.
How? There was that. How?
Centers are able to put the ball on the ground. Not just,
Yeah, true.
I'm talking about tween step back 3. That's not.
But in his
Yeah,
era,
but that's
when
only a
when he-
handful of those,
When he
by the way.
drove, he getting fouled 3-4 times.
They put a
Before he
forearm
get-
in his throat.
LeBron driving, they moving out the way. Oh, we don't want to get hurt.
Is
That's
that
why you laugh.
LeBron?
It's true though, because it's true.
It's true, but that's a testament to LeBron then.
That's a testament to everybody.
No, that's a testament
No,
to the
it's-
He can
NBA.
drive in the lane. And
No,
they
okay,
gonna-
That's a
see,
testament
now-
to the
he
NBA.
Now y'all,
NBA,
now
though.
y'all, no, now
They
y'all,
moving
testament
fast
to the
enough, everybody gonna move out the
NBA,
way.
bro.
they moving the goalposts. Because now you go sit there and say he can drop.
like I
now.
tell people,
I'm saying it to say that now they do it now as an injury aspect. Don't nobody want to get hurt, so they ain't doing the crazy stuff unless you Draymond. But for the most part, everybody's trying to keep everybody healthy. You ain't getting a whole bunch of fouling. You ain't. If you are, it's gonna be a push off, not a fight. You ain't getting a whole bunch of.
Yeah, they don't fight no more.
Ain't no center standing on the box in the lane waiting on you to come so they can block you.
Yeah.
Pause for this man's sake.
Wait, what? What? How pause?
No, you weird.
What was the pause? I didn't even say pause. I
No,
was,
we just gotta say pause just for the sake. So
I
we can say
was
what
like,
we're
what
saying.
was said? I didn't even catch it.
You be weird, bro. You got
Steady in the box?
Nah,
It's
bro.
okay.
What'd you
just
say?
Leave
It's
it.
all right.
Just leave it. Just know we said pause though.
It must have not
But
been
it's
good
just-
then.
I feel like that's the argument to make though. Who
Okay.
can do what in what time?
I feel like it's always gonna be an argument to be made. Now
Always
I'm
will
gonna
be.
take Bron, but I feel like it's an era aspect too. If you got to
It's
watch
definitely
Jordan,
an
you're
era
gonna say
aspect.
Jordan. If you got to watch LeBron, you're gonna say LeBron.
Yeah, because I kid
our
you
new
not.
age gonna probably say Anthony Edwards or somebody or Luca. Like that's what I'm saying. People gonna say different names like that.
This nigga
If you
said
got to
Ja
watch it.
Morant.
You said John Moran or somebody
No,
else?
like people would say that.
Okay,
Oh
keep that to
Lord.
yourself.
Yeah, don't ever say that.
But I'm just saying.
No,
like,
I get it because, like you
Put that in
said,
the holster.
even like my parents, they be like, "Yeah, Magic." I be like, "Bro, boy, what? Magic?
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Magic to them was God.
Magic?
Just like to me, I'm like, oh, LeBron is like
Magic
that.
he was the first of his kind.
People,
was.
somebody gonna say Larry if they was in that age.
If they
But
was
as I say, like,
Say things
I would say Magic because he's like
white. Say it the right way.
Larry.
No,
If they was white.
you gonna say they gonna say.
Oh
it's
yeah,
white.
yeah.
But I'm just saying that's how it'll go.
I mean, like I
So
said,
I feel like it's gonna be an argument that'll forever be made.
as I say again, that's my only.
But
people-
my argument is I don't think there would be another 3 that would be better than them. Kobe, LeBron. and
I think
Jordan.
that they
I
probably,
think
they
Kobe
probably
in
said
that
that. They probably said that
You don't
about
think Kobe
Jordan.
in the conversation?
I don't think Kobe in that conversation.
And what all time?
All time greats. Nah.
Wow.
The only reason I say it is because Kobe emulated everything he did after Jordan.
A lot of people say that.
I mean, he said it.
So, but So for my aspect, game changers are the greatest of all time. So you can use a Jordan. He changed the generation. Kobe changed. I mean, Bron.
But this is why people don't say Steph. Because Steph
Steph
changed
changed
the
the
game.
generation.
He changed the game
Yeah,
of
Steph
how
was in
people
that
play the
conversation
game now.
before.
But I feel like
AI.
Steph is definitely top 10 now, though.
Oh yeah, hands down, he's top 10. He's a top 10 player all the time.
But is he better? We saying he better than Magic now too?
Man, what's crazy? I seen somebody talk about this online about an argument about that Steph and Magic.
Steph and Magic.
But because here's the thing though, in that
Yeah.
era they did things because like I
I
said,
think so.
Magic could play 1 through 5. You know, Magic couldn't shoot.
Magic can play 1 through 5.
Oh, we're
in
just
the
gonna add
70s.
something to LeBron list.
But
Jordan
Magic-
ain't playing 1 through 5.
But that's.
I had
that's
this
not
argument with
the-
somebody else.
But
LeBron ain't never played 1 through 5.
LeBron has played 1 through 5. LeBron didn't been listed at all 5 positions.
LeBron is a 4 in the 90s. He's gonna be a 4 in the 90s.
Yeah, but he can play.
He's never been listed as a center.
He has
Regardless
listed
of
as
where
a
he
center
can
before.
play, if LeBron
You can look
played,
at it. I promise you, you're
I
gonna see
had
it.
this argument with these dudes the other
if
day.
LeBron played in Jordan era, he was playing a 4. He down there with Charles Barkley.
Man, rebound.
But
He
at that
dribbling the
age,
ball down.
and a dribbling and a different dynamic in this age, LeBron would have cooked. Nobody would have been able to see nothing like that.
Would
I
you?
mean, you said it's like LeBron just got a AI dribble package. or
No, I ain't
something.
saying that. But his bag versus the bigs that he talking about if you're gonna play the 4 is gonna be
But that's Steph though.
light years though.
But that's what-
if you saying Steph and who's that?
Irving, Magic.
If you put Steph and Magic there, Steph did that. Steph could do all that back in the 70s.
And they would mesmerized. You'd be a magician.
Yeah, they
like that's like Kyrie going to play in the.
I was about to say they had to thought he was doing witchcraft.
That's what I'm saying. They'll be a magician. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Bron got just a super good package, but I'm sitting there saying for what he's able to do against the centers like that, they were stationary.
But that's like I said again. My argument has never been, like I said, what his body of work. It's always been the people that just make they bring up stuff to try to make him better, and that's what kills me. Like just let his game speak for it. Like let what he do speak for it.
Cowboys fans.
Here you go. Let's just go back to that. How you hate the Cowboys?
I've never liked the Cowboys. I've always, every time I went to a Cowboys game, I've literally worn the other team jersey.
And I ain't never went to a Cowboys game.
You're still a fan. You be
Oh,
quiet.
yeah, I don't give a damn. I ain't never been to.
That's why y'all ain't got no quarterback.
That's all right.
Y'all don't either.
You beat me too.
Hey, we got one.
Yeah.
Y'all,
We got one.
Yeah, I got a couple of
he
them.
there for collateral.
Man, look.
Jerry Jones.
Y'all done had the same amount of best seasons we done had.
Jerry Jones, the other quarterback.
Y'all,
Y'all made playoffs this year?
huh?
Anyway, so
You
we
saying it
back-
like, bro, what do you mean? What do you mean? You saying that like, bro, y'all are the ultimate 8-18.
You know when they make it to the first round of the playoffs, they get more money, right?
Yeah, everybody
All
gets
right.
in.
What's the game about?
It's about winning too, right?
It's about
It can
winning,
be.
but you got to win to get to the playoffs.
So-
y'all start
so
off
what
hot.
la- y'all-
y'all start off and win. Go
Y'all-
7-1.
I'd be 8-8 than 7-9.
I get a wild
Okay.
card. I get to make a run.
He don't know anything about a wild card.
I do know what the wild card is. I'm a Cowboys fan. That's how we got been in last 50 years. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on.
But
I'm a
y'all
realist.
got something now, so we'll see.
Hopefully, if George Pickens ain't fighting the corner down the field.
I'll fight in the corner of the locker room. That's what he doing.
That's what I'm saying. He be beefing
Nah,
up.
Jordan Lewis ain't on the team no more. Nah, Jordan Lewis don't play for us no more.
Yeah.
Hey,
Let's get closed
man,
out,
them videos funny,
I'm
though.
Yeah, all night. I know you got stuff to do.
Yeah, boy, it's Friday night. Here
So
comes
this is the my last couple questions, man. Was it ever a time and point that you once quit?
It was a time point that I wasn't even going to play football. So, a quick little backstory, just to be quick. I have no hearing in my left ear, so I'm deaf in my left ear. I have hearing aid, everything like that. So, I was told that I don't need to play football. They said it would be really bad for me. I could get severely injured and never be able to even do a lot of things again.
From being hit?
Yeah, so it's a condition called EVA. It's a cyst that's behind my eardrum. The surgery is way too extreme because they have to go down through my brain and all the way through to get to the cyst to try to fix it. So, one, it's way too dangerous, way too risky. You need the best of the best, and I mean, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then two, it's a line that's connected to where it is, that's connected to the top of my heart. So if I get hit hard enough, I can have like a stroke or anything like that.
Yeah, especially
So,
playing that position.
It's just, it's one of the less of a, just take the risk. So my parents took me out of football before I started my 9th grade year. Like 4 months. Like I wasn't playing football. That was the deepest depression, deepest time, I didn't know what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Because as a kid like that, you in your dream stage, it was like I get to start my dream. Like I really get to like go get offers, just like that.
And that's when it started making sense.
So then I prayed and battled it to my parents, and I was like, man, I mean, if this isn't for me, God will tell me, but I at least want to let me try.
Yeah.
I tried it, and after my freshman year, I ended up getting an offer from Kansas, and from there on, it just kind of just rolled from there. And then I really started to, from that point on, I didn't take it for granted because it was like I didn't have it. Like at the one point, I was just going to be a regular, I don't want to say it like that, but a regular student. So that was a really dark time in my life because I was like, I didn't know what I wanted to do. And as a ninth grade year, I'm 13, 14 years old, looking at life like I just did all of this.
Football so long.
And that's all I know. Like I said, I started at 5 years old. So, I mean, that was it. So when they told me, and my dad already told me, he said, if the ladies give me any feeling that you shouldn't play, you won't play.
Yeah.
And, of course, I'm going by their word, but, like, I just sat in the office for another 2 hours after they told me, just crying. As a kid, I didn't know what I was going to be from that point because it was like, that's all I instilled my life into.
Football was all you knew.
And that was the only thing I dreamed about. So to tell a kid that hasn't even got to start his dream yet that's it, it was crazy. That was the only point I would say that I was like really like
So
not going to be able to play.
Now going into that, is it more of a, do you step on the field and think about that?
Every time I step on the field, that's the first thing I think about because it's like, man, like you got to go hard today. Because if you don't, you put yourself at risk of not being able to do it again. So, I mean, it's more or less for me, every time I step on that field, it's another opportunity for me to prove that I can keep doing it.
Yeah.
And it used to be about proving people wrong. Oh, they tell you can't do this, do that. No, it's about proving myself and telling myself, like, bro, you meant for this. Like, don't take it for granted because at the end of the day, you didn't have it. And so, like, I know a lot of kids deal with a lot of harder stuff, but that's probably one of the hardest things I've been dealing with in my life because it's like, I don't want people to give me pity. I always want to be valued just as the next person. Now, obviously, everybody gets held to a different standard.
And honestly, playing that's a test of judgment.
But yeah, that's probably one of the biggest lessons.
I think there's a kid, he's actually from Dallas. He couldn't play. He got a scholarship at UTEP and he played a year. He got knocked out against SMU. And after that game, coaches told him, or the trainers told him that if he gets hit again, he could die. And it was more, I think his was a spinal thing. And that's if I hit or get hit. So I think with that, he wrote it out and just became like a coach, an honorary coach at that point. But still fell in love. You in love with the game, so he just kind of.
So that's my big thing. That's really what I want to start doing is my camp. One of the things I wanted to do was a camp to kids with hearing and impaired, so they know that like I'm up here doing it at a high level that you can keep doing it. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I will never forget when that lady came in there and told me, she looked me in my eyes, she said, "I'm sorry, but it's not a good idea for you to keep playing football. It's just too much of a risk."
Is that something you noticed as a young kid?
No, as a young kid, I really didn't notice it because like every time, when people sit there and say if one thing is like gone and the other one's heightened or something like that. So like I always had really, really good vision. Like as a kid, I had glasses, but then I ended up just stopped wearing my glasses and never had to wear them again. Like it was never like I had to get contacts. I never had contacts before. So like when it came to looking at signals and understanding signals, I became a visual learner so fast because now it was like once I see it, I got it. So like that, it kind of helped me, and then it was like it made me learn stuff faster. So that's when it made it easier to keep playing because it was like, well, I understand this more, and now I make it to where I understand stuff a lot more to take myself out of those big hits or those big situations. So then it's like, well, if I sit in this pocket, I have a time to protect myself. So so it's like knowing coverages, knowing different things like that gives me the higher ability to protect myself and to make me a better player.
That's the thing that I think over the last couple of episodes I've been trying to get people to understand is like knowing football, knowing the field, no matter what position you at. If you know the defense, you know what schemes they run. If you know what schemes look like, you kind of can put yourself in them pockets to be safe, or you can put yourself in them pockets to know what's gonna happen, know what's going on. You know if they run in a quarters defense that you can kind of sit in those smaller pockets and you ain't gonna have to take a hit from a safety coming across the middle on a slant route or nothing like that.
Yeah, I've been learning. I'm trying to stay with all of it.
Yeah. What was the question you was? It sounded like you had a question.
I don't remember. I was intrigued to the story and never heard some stuff like that. Like, that's crazy. Because you would never think it.
Nah, for sure.
You would never
Especially when
think.
he's sitting on his left side.
But now that he say that, I've noticed I talk. He turns.
People start noticing it as like when I started doing stuff because like I try to make sure like I try to make it as unnoticeable as possible because I still have like I said I've been knowing since 9th grade and I still have a problem wearing my hearing aid because like I said I don't want nobody to say something. It was really hard the first year or two because like somebody would look at me and be like, is that a paper clip? Like on some weird stuff. Like, so as a kid, I'm like, bro, it hurt me because it's like, bro, I gotta sit there and walk around. People have questions to me every day.
Yeah.
So,
especially as a bigger kid.
Yeah.
So they looking at you crazy.
So I started learning sign language. I started learning how to read lips. So like I just.
But that's
sign language is a cool thing.
That's a cool thing. No lie, bro.
Sign language. As you get old enough, I'm teaching the sign language.
Well, you know, that's how like my daughter was. She's not hearing impaired, but like that's how most babies are. Like you teach them sign language first. They learn sign language.
You can't really do sign language nowadays. And YNs, man.
Do you throw up gangs?
It's crazy.
As soon as I throw up an alphabet, he just
yeah. Like dang, bro, I'm just saying.
Straight green beans.
Hey, I was saying hello.
Ski man's down.
So now what's I know Amos trying to kind of close. So what is your goals this year, like for you personally?
It's on my phone. I mean, I wanna win a Mackey. I mean, I want to be the best tight end to ever come out of TCU, and then to be one of the guys that get talked about for years after. I think for me, it's more or less, of course, about the team accolades and things like that. I really want to win a national championship and bring one back to Fort Worth. I really want to put on for my city. Like I've never been that type of kid to put the city on my back, but I really want to do something that really gets people happy again because I feel like I have the ability to really push my teammates and push myself to that level. And like I said, TCU's never had a Mackey Award winner before, so that's a record in itself. So put my
and the thing is, like even you saying your goals, like as long as your goals align up with team success, because if you're successful, then the team's gonna be successful.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's kind of where, you know, a lot of people don't want to say, well, I really don't want to have goals because I won't have a team goal. Well, you know, you still can have goals for yourself because, like I said, if you're doing great, then the team is going to be doing great. 9 times out of 10, not always. Yeah. But, you know, because you don't play the other side of the ball. But, you know, that's good, man. Like I say, I think TCU's almost there. Like they've done it. Like I say, even the year that they did go,
we got a really good group.
Yeah, that was unexpected. Like I don't think nobody suspected they was gonna be that good that year. Yeah. That them went.
I did.
How?
TCU fan.
We got a really good group this year.
TCU year.
Well, not Cumbie. Dykes is a great coach though, bro. He's a legend.
I love the way he coaches.
Yeah, Coach Dykes is a legend.
His format is really, he hired the guys to basically, or he don't have to say nothing. Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah, head coach.
Yeah, so like he can just kind of.
He let his coaches coach.
Yeah, pretty much. He stands there and he'll talk to us at the end of practice and go from there. But like when I call him, he answers. He ain't the type to like not answer the phone or not talk to the kids. Like I sit in his office all the time talking to him. He always just be wanting to chat it up and be around. So, like I said, I really wanted to play for a guy like that that really appreciates what it's like to be a football player. Because at the end of the day, like we have a hard job. I mean, at the end of the day, people, it's a job. Like you got to get up in the morning every day. Still got to go to school. You got other stuff outside of school. You got other stuff that might happen outside of school, but you still got to go out there and produce on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you don't produce on Saturday, nobody will sit there and say,
and keep your grades up still. Like people don't realize, bro, if you don't have a certain grade parameters, you can't play. like I don't think kids understand that. Like you still got at it.
It definitely has its perks, but it definitely does get hard at times because it's like, man, I really got to do this, and this, or I'm not going to be able to do what I want.
Right.
And then it's like, nobody going to care. I can't sit there and tell a fan, man, I just failed my test. Man, if you don't get out there and go score, nobody trying to hear that.
I don't care nothing about that.
Man, one thing I do, I don't know because I've met you before. I got a kid going up there, man. I really want you to look out for. He needs to, bro. Jacoby Hayes, he's actually a receiver, coming up there, bro. He's from Mansfield. He played for us. Amo knows who he is, and just how those dudes did what you at LSU. Do that for him, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I ask, bro. Like, just keep his head on straight. You know, let him, cause he can play, bro. He can ball.
But he coming in
So,
as a receiver.
Yeah, he was going to go to
BYU.
Yeah, BYU, but
Yeah,
then TCU
UNT.
came in at the last second. He flipped, and just bro, he
It
could
was
play.
more to it than that, but
I mean, it was, but you know, we gonna keep it. But you know, so just just keep. He's one of them kids where he needs somebody in his corner to kind of say, "Hey, man, no, that's not what we doing. We gonna do this over here."
my last question, man, is one that I kind of feel like viewers will want to know. So, with you being at LSU for the last 2 years, of course, you was there with Kyron Lacy. So, speak to the kind of guy he was, or the kind of relationship y'all had, you know, and how you seen his growth. Because a lot of people seen what it was at the beginning of the year, and they just took that for what it was. You know, he's this bad kid, he's this, he's that. But not knowing that he's, you know, he's still a kid.
Yeah.
And
for
whatever
sure.
he's doing, just kind of speak towards that a little bit.
Yeah. Man, I still haven't really settled in after even going to the funeral and everything like that. Kyron was nowhere near what the media made him look.
Yeah.
Kyron was energetic. He loved to be around his brothers. He loved playing football. He loved to work. He loved to just provide for his people. He loved his family to death. Anybody that came close to him in his circle, he took care of them like they was his own. And that's why I got close to him, because at times when I was down, he would come tell me, like, "Little brother, you got it. Like, don't sit there and think that you ain't got it, because you here for a reason." And Kyron had to work. I mean, he was a basketball player till his senior year, and literally blew up. He didn't even blow up. He just had a good enough season to play at Louisiana, and then he was finally able to really move on. And then he took a chance going to LSU, and he made a name for himself. And so the trendy person he is, the person that makes all the dances and stuff like that, is who he is 24/7. Like, literally, he comes up with a new combination to tripping out every day.
Yeah.
And that's just who he is. And man, love football, man. He loved to be around his brothers too. And we love to be around him. Like, he brought so much life to our team. When Kyron was down, you could see the animosity between everybody else. Because that's just the type of person he was. He was a dog, man. He didn't care who was in front of him, but he wanted to kill. And he just wanted people to really feel what he felt when people didn't want him to be around. Like, people didn't.
Like you say, got it out the mud.
Yeah, prayed on his downfall, and he just wanted people. He wanted to show people that, like,
And that's
no matter what y'all put in front of me, I can still go get it.
That's the worst part about it, that I feel like the media takes out and the kids pick up on. So the kids, they only see the media standpoint on it, where, oh, he's a thug, he's this, he a YN. Like, so the kids want to do that outside of football. They not doing what he's doing on the field, because that's not what the media is portraying. They're not portraying that he's, you know, having over 1,000 yards, that he's balling out every game, that he's doing this, he's doing that. You know, they putting out that he's on TikTok, that he's doing the gun signals, that he's doing all the negative parts of it. So the kids don't really hear the parts that you saying. You know, he was the most energetic. He was a motivator. You know, he was a friend. You know, they ain't putting out all of that.
Yeah, man. No, that was my brother, man. Like I said, it hasn't settled in with me yet that I won't be able to say nothing to him again. I won't be able to do anything again. So I'm really honoring him with this next season, and that's another reason why the season is so important to me. Because when I left, he was one of the first people to sit there and say something to me, and sit there and be like, "Man, go do what you said you would. Like, go be great. Like, don't let nobody take away your decision. Just because you left here don't mean you can't be great somewhere else."
Yeah.
And
what number did he wear?
Two.
Yeah, so he was always very, very positive, man. I don't think, like, I've seen Kyron get mad, but it was because he was passionate. It wasn't because he just had an attitude problem, like people try to make it.
Well, media wise, they don't understand
He was
the difference.
He was so passionate about the game. Like, he wanted the ball in his hands because he wanted to help and see us win.
Yeah.
It wasn't because he wanted the accolades. It's because he wanted to see us go to the highest stage. That's why he wanted the ball in his hands, to help everybody else around him, not just to sit there and say, "Oh, I score here or I score there." Like, yeah, of course he gonna say that, because that's anybody.
Yeah.
But that wasn't what his purpose was. His purpose was to try to make sure he helped everybody else around him. That's why he loved his family so much, and that's why he was always in Thibodeau, where he's from, just because it was like, I want to show my little brothers and them that they can go do it, because he was the main one. He was the first child they really got the chance to really go do it. And they lost some people in their family, so it was like, man, I really got to make sure I take everybody to where I need to go.
I gotta do this. Yeah.
So
do it for everybody.
It's definitely still been hard. I have days where it kind of hits me a little bit, and it's like, dang, I can't like text him or say nothing, or I can't sit there and see him again. But I also know that he left something that I will never forget, and that I'm gonna cherish, and that I'm gonna try to live through. And which is just the energetic person he is. Just have a smile on your face, because at times you don't know if that's gonna be your last time smiling.
Thanks.
So he definitely taught me a lot and things like that. Y'all, there's one thing that he did tell me that I remember and that I use with myself is like, if you doing extra because you being extra. So like if you out here not going to class, if you out here talking back to a teacher, to any kind of athletic person, a trainer, anything like that, and you got to do punishments for it, that's because you're being extra. You're going to do extra because you're being extra. But if you do the right things, the same amount of stuff that you need to come to you will come to you. You won't have to be anything extra. So that's something that I've been living by lately, is just, man, at the end of the day, bro, like, do what you need to do so that you don't have to do the extra stuff later on to try to catch up.
Thanks. Normally I ask a question here. I feel like I don't need to, because I feel like you gave me one of the best answers without even me asking early in the first quarter. Normally I ask, what would you change, if anything? And just speaking of college, you said, I wouldn't change my path for anything because I wouldn't be the person I am. Amazing answer. I really can't speak to nothing else on it. Because like you say, you are who you are because of what you've been through. So going back to change anything, why? I look at life sometimes and I think if I wouldn't have came home when I had a kid from college, would life be different? Or if I would have gave it more, I wouldn't have my kid, you know? So 100% respect that answer. It's right there. That's pretty much what we gonna close on. Yeah, man. So with that being said, thanks my guy for coming out.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
When you had that camp, man, let me know.
No,
we're definitely gonna get you some help out there.
No, definitely.
And get you some help and some
Make
kids.
sure y'all there and everything. We gonna definitely.
What you play?
I play tight end.
Don't let them know then. Because you been telling everybody else you play receiver until this point now.
Crazy.
Now you play tight end. You see, you hate inspired of you. So again, man, stay connected, stay inspired. Always sports, always talk, always
Plugged in.
good shit, fellas.
That's it, plug. That's cause I'm plugged. Yeah. Plugged in. I know how to do it. We got a skrilla with that boy. I've been in this way before a rap song. Kicking it, don't ever get the facts wrong. Mic check, level right, pack strong. Talking like I got a couple stacks on me. That's just cause I'm plugged. I'm plugged. I'm plugged. That's just cause I'm plugged. I'm plugged. I'm plugged. Baby, that's just cause I'm plugged. I'm plugged. I'm plugged. I'm plugged in. Just keep winning, tell them tap in when the buzz in.